Good evening, good morrow, and good day, and welcome to another edition of Slice and Dice here with the Manylands campaign. Things are getting exciting. We're kicking off straight into the action today. But before we get to that, hold your horses, people. Good evening, everyone. How are you doing? So before we start today, I should say we've got another giveaway here on the channel. First one of 2020, first official giveaway of 2020, no less, from our friends at the Adventurers Gift Shop. Who are this week? You can win yourself your very own quest item zip tag, so you can attach to any bag or jacket or anything else that you consider a quest item of value. You can stick that tag onto it, and so everyone knows exactly what you've got there as a quest item. So you can get that all for free. All you got to do, if you want to win that, we'll be running the competition throughout the week on socials, so we'll have details coming up soon on that. But throughout today's stream, you can win that. You can be entered into the competition by writing quest time in the chat. Nice and easy. Quest time. So please start entering now. Any other points of order before we begin? James, I should say, tell us about next week. So we've got I've done names the wrong way round.
That's exactly what you have to do to get in.
Sorry, yes. Could you please, James, tell us about next week, as we're taking a bit of a break from the main campaign next week for a very special one-shot, courtesy of you.
So next week for our one-shot, we are having Heroes vs. whatever I decide to throw at you. So I believe majority minus one that frequently abandons us will be here. All of their own heroes from DC and Marvel fighting whatever I try to murder you with.
DC and Marvel versus miscellaneous.
That'll be Mr. Midgley, who's been running late, but he's on his way. Sorry, you were saying?
I was going to say, so I just got more information for the PAX East game.
Oh, tell us about that.
Yeah, so I and a bunch of people, sorry guys, are going to be at PAX East in Boston at the end of February. In fact, we're going to be playing role-playing games live on stage. Woo! And the game we're playing is Henshin! ! And it's basically a Power Rangers-esque RPG. And we just announced the date is going to be the 27th, Monday the 27th of February. And it's going to feature a lot of people who are a lot more interesting than me. Do check it out because I believe the official schedule is going to be announced today on the PAX East website. And that's about it. Oh yeah, the theme of our Henshin game is Nightmare Prom. Don't miss it.
And we will, provided we're not streaming already at that time, because I believe they're doing a live stream as well. Is that right?
Yeah.
If they are, we will be streaming it through here as well. So you can, if you can't make it to PAX East, you can watch it on here instead.
Just buy some flights to Boston. It's fine.
Yeah. Does anyone else any point of orders? Anyone before we jump into Dice? No.
Sorry, Drake's comment that I don't know how to react.
Drake, I'm also watching Large Sweat. Oh yes, he's
watching wrestling,
presumably watching wrestling again.
Why is it specifically my move
Dan
and one of the Dans, non-specified which?
Well, I'm assuming Fleeting Look Dan because he's got Dan as his name on the channel.
Okay.
But apparently it's your move.
Not
I
across the
literally
table.
just got an email with the times.
PAX East.
PAX East. It's going to be a little bit late for people. Thursday, February 27th. No, not Monday, Thursday apparently. From 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So that's going to be starting at 1 in the morning.
And we will be streaming it on this channel, because I don't need to be awake for that. That's fine. But I will be, obviously.
It's alright. There was only a general election a little while ago. I've only had 3 or 4...
Oh my god.
Midge has now joined us, and while he gets settled in, I think we'll do the cutscene before we jump in with tonight's session of Slice and Dice. And we are back. So, everybody, last time you guys were off on our adventure and attending the ball, the banquet and ball at Rackfell Manor, the residence of Lord Niccolo Belvedere. And while you were there, you already knew going into it that there was a plot to potentially spike the many highborn nobles and so on who will be attending this ball, and were basically endeavouring to try and stop it as best as you can. Unfortunately, despite some thorough investigation work and Malani nearly being sucked into a painting, didn't quite manage to uncover who was behind it until it was too late, it seems.
Better luck next time, bro.
But this has resulted in... you met some interesting characters along the way, some of which are now werewolves, some of which are still alive at this stage, which is nice.
Arguably, they're more interesting now.
Arguably, they're more interesting and potentially have less time on this earth in the material plane. And basically, you all attended the main banquet as the bell went off to signify that it was about to begin. And as it happened, despite all of your preparations and checking all the wine beforehand, the wine that was served at the banquet itself did appear to be laced with the lycanthropy, I was going to say virus, but curse.
We were out of the room at the time.
You were planning out of the room at the time, which was very unfortunate, but you weren't to know. Unfortunately, a lot of the guests have now succumbed to the disease. Guards ripped open the curtains, a full moon shined in, and sure enough, many people turned into werewolves, including your own Leobrin. So Malar, thinking quickly, grabbed the one potion of cure curse that you had and used it on Leobrin, but now Fleeting Look has also contracted lycanthropy, although perhaps the others don't know this yet, but Fleeting Look has lycanthropy in his blood. You haven't turned, the curtains have been shut by the quick clinking Brucon, and so you haven't given into the full moon just yet, but things could happen. So as we pick things up today, we're exactly 2 rounds in. Brucon's hanging from a chandelier, about to do some really cool moves. But top of the order is over to our good friend Gant Bron. So that's over to me. Let's get some music and let's kick this thing off.
Woo! Because Kajira threw an axe in his face. Yeah. His stupid face.
Can we all just, in our own characters, plan to accidentally hit him? It's like he accidentally died from an axe.
I'm not planning.
I see that. I like the pun.
And a rapier.
I like the pun.
I don't know if it was intentional, but it's
Accidentally.
great. Yeah.
That's nice.
I'm not planning to. I can't say the word now. That way, kill anybody. It's going to be deliberate.
Top of the round is Gant Bron, who's been valiantly defended by his noble bodyguard Howland at this time. He's going to... he casts out his hand in front of you, Howland, and he says, "It's time to even up the odds." And he looks at the one that's in contact with both of you next to the table, waves his hand and starts chanting something. Right, he needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
That look like
with a 10 on the dice, and that's going to fail. You see the eyes of this werewolf bearing down on you just suddenly turn black, and it just seems to be waving its hands around. It can't seem to see you at this time. It has blindness cast on it. Yes, blindness has been cast on that one at this time, and Gant's then going to use that to move away and move back towards the door here next to Laney, who's currently got an axe out and trying to hack at the door. That's his go. Number 2, that's over to Leobrin.
Yellow.
We're
dogpiling this dog man. That one.
It's good while it's Marshall's turn, because it means, as Drake Lazarus says, that Marshall keeps staring through the camera and right into my soul, and it's distracted me from the half-naked men that he's watching on the wrestling. So it's good that it's your turn now, because you can stop distracting Drake Lazarus there.
I'm gonna.
Just clarify. I mean, you can watch half-naked men whenever you like. It's totally if that's your thing, that's fine. But just to clarify, that's wrestling.
At this point, I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast one of them that's fighting Kajira.
All right,
near side.
Go for it.
The actual Chewie, rather than fake Chewies. Actual Chewie.
All right.
That is a 12 to hit.
I think that's their armor class.
12.
That is their armor class, 12.
Oh my god.
That is a 12 force damage.
Dang, bro.
Whoa,
Big
buddy.
blast
Amazing. And you hear...
Chewie! No!
hit it in
You
the back.
bastard, Leo.
Too soon.
Blast, taking the full force of the damage there. It's still up, limping slightly. Anything else with your turn at all?
I got nothing.
So, just to re-establish, if we kill a werewolf, we kill the person that turned into the werewolf as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Because you remember Dean Fringe,
we
that
have
the same thing
yelled out,
happened.
Don't kill them.
Yeah, I was just reminding myself.
It's Highlander rules. If you kill the werewolf, you become the
Wolflander.
On the other side of the okay.
We're
So
working
at the two ends of the room, the two guards are going to try and escape.
Kill a werewolf in real life.
In my dreams.
Break down the door at this time. So the one down by the kitchen door, he's trying to break through there. Natural 1 on his athletics check.
So what's he hit?
His spear snaps in his hand as he charges into the door. No damage, and he's currently prone on the floor. Oh! The other one's going to try the same thing at the other door, which also appears to be barred. Again, not a 1, but the other one's just slamming at the door, going, "Let's out! Let's out! Don't leave us in here with them!"
Kill them, baby.
That's the guards. That's the guards' turn. Next up, number 4,
It is
Kajira.
Okay. I realized, yes, I have 2 attacks. I realized only after yesterday's session that I get 2 attacks per
Because you're level 5.
action.
Yesterday.
Yeah, words. I don't know. It was last session.
This last week's been a blur for her.
It's alright.
It has been for me. This is why I'm asking. I need to genuinely verify because I cannot rule out.
Rejuvenated
Okay.
with her rage.
So, I will hit this one with my axe.
Okay. The one, as in the one
I like it.
that was until
one that's
recently
running.
Lord
The
Belvedere.
boldness of the prediction.
All right.
Not I'm going to attempt to. I'm just going to do it.
There's some pent-up rage for all the crap he made her do.
Cool.
Oh, you're still raging.
Wait,
You can reckless if you
what's
want.
that? Plus 7. Okay, so that's 14.
14 hits.
Excellent. I love barbarians. So
Fuck him up.
I guess roll for damage with this, yes?
Yep, D12.
Okay, great.
Yeah, no, sorry, I was wrong.
Oh, that one, okay.
So with all the shiny dice. Look at the shiny. Is that they're all shiny?
Shiny.
But you're raging, so you add an extra
Yeah,
plus 2.
so it's plus 4, so that's 6, so it's 8. Wait, what
Yeah, 8.
8 slashing,
8 slashing damage with the great axe, with the
I
silver
know how
great
to play
axe, so
this
it
game.
does, so it
It's
does
cool.
work.
And then do it
Alright,
again.
second attack. Hit the same one again.
Yes.
Or Chewy this time. Up to you.
No, she's gonna keep hacking it a little
Yeah.
bit with Belvedere. Yeah.
Non-lethal
This is like-
damage. Non-lethal damage.
No.
I don't understand
I don't know what
I
this.
don't think that's in the
Yeah.
half-orcs vocabulary. Don't-
Let me
no,
be a
don't-
mortar
Oh,
hobo for us. Oh, I
that might
missed.
She intentionally missed.
Yeah, 9.
Sink the axe into the ground in your fury, but.
But as a bonus action,
Yes.
can I go frenzy?
She's got a frenzy attack.
Okay, yes,
Hit.
yes you can.
Yeah.
Yes you can.
So I'm gonna hit him again because
Okay,
I'm mad I missed.
one more.
Can't see.
That's,
oh,
wow.
yes. That's,
That'll
yeah, 26.
That definitely hits. Roll
Just this.
roll some damage. Unfortunately, it was one off that the natural 20 is what you needed.
Yeah, that's 8.
Another 8 damage. Okay, great. The wolf form
2 rolls of 2
with
with 16 damage.
the tattered remains of the once very regal-looking cloak of Lord Belvedere is snarling at you, looking wounded, blood dripping from his mouth, but he's still snarling and very much active at this time.
Scrub the attack. I slashed him across and butted him in the face. with my
Just
axe.
for flavour, but no
Yeah,
damage. But he just
blood,
nah.
just the blood
You
right
just
here.
annoyed him more. That definitely works. Mala.
Hang on.
Oh.
Are you going to move?
Oh. See, I
'Cause
know how to play
there is
this
a
game.
dwarf. There is a dwarf dangling from the chandelier, very much above your head right
sorry.
now.
Obviously, they'll have attacks of opportunity if you read that out.
Fuck it. I'm going here.
Okay, 2 attacks of opportunity coming right up.
Let's see what happens.
First
Let's go
one.
wild. I can
Okay.
take it, I think.
Does a 17 hit?
Yes. Very likely that it does. Yes.
Okay. Rolling some damage. That's 8 points of piercing damage, and I need
you
you
take
to
4.
make a
Half to
half
four,
to
right?
4 'cause you're raging, but you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yep, D20, yeah.
Give us a raging werewolf.
That will be plus
Plus-
proficiency
plus-
plus.
Plus what profi? 9.
Werewolf,
No,
wait.
definitely more than that.
So,
It'll be proficiency and constitution.
Look at your Constitution saving throw.
Right. See, I need to read.
We're vamping.
In the meantime, I will roll the second attack from the
Okay.
other one.
What? So Constitution, so plus 3.
Plus 4. Because your constitution.
It's plus 3.
Saving throws.
But the saving throws, so you're proficient with those, I think.
Plus 6. Okay, so that is. That's 6 shields. 9. There we go. I looked at it the wrong way. I can't read shit. Okay,
So
let me see.
so
that
9
is
plus
15.
15. 15 is fine. Second attack, 19 on the dice, so that will hit. I need you to make one more Constitution saving throw. You take another 8 half to 4.
So that is 16.
Also successful. So you're okay. You feel this some sort of venom entering your veins, but you manage to quell both of those as both of these bite into you. But you manage to shrug it off. Yeah. So you've taken in total you've taken 8 points of damage. Okay, great. That's your turn. Next, Malar.
So just to confirm that even if they look like they've fallen over, all the werewolves are actually still up here, aren't they?
Yes, they're all alive. They'll be taken off the board if they're not here.
Yeah.
He's up. He's up.
I am going to use my
He was down
bonus
more
action
than
to
him.
slam my spiritual weapon into the back of that guy over there.
That's the only one that's over. Yeah. You're right.
So
That he's meant to be over. He's mauling them.
He's eating that guy.
Oh, right, I see.
He'll soon be up.
I mean that's
Or
gonna hit.
seducing.
So then,
Which one? The one right in front of you. Yeah, where you're prone. Oh, the spiritual weapon. Oh, yes, spiritual weapon on this
Eat me
guy.
like one of your French guys.
it's gonna be
Okay.
Okay.
8 points of damage.
Lovely.
Didn't think after it,
damage.
but
Spiritual weapon.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Hello, Sassy Siren Rain.
I'm gonna stand up.
Sassy Siren Rain. Hello. Thanks for tuning in.
Lots of discussion of half-naked men, people being eaten. It's getting weird in here.
Yeah, half-naked
to
men,
us
sassy
three.
sirens. There's all sorts of things happening right now.
I'd like to try and
Werewolves.
hit this guy that's between Fleeting and Seth with
Yep.
my quarterstaff.
All right.
Quarterstaff, that's all I got left.
He's already used. Yeah, go for it.
Oh,
You could use a spell because you've
I
only
could
used
use a spell.
spiritual weapons, so it's
yeah,
fine.
give me a wisdom saving throw then as I fire out 12 the dead.
Okay, wisdom saving throw.
Cantrips.
Coming right up. No, that'll fail.
Okay,
6
great.
on the dice.
Great.
Go on, roll a d12. He's taking some damage.
It's going to be 9 points of necrotic damage.
9. Very nice, very nice. 9 points of damage.
And that is. That will be Malar's turn, let's say. He's probably going to look around and survey the scene, as it were. And, yeah.
Okay, so around the room you can see there is a dwarf hanging from the chandelier in the middle of a swing. The table has exploded from a spell earlier beneath him. Also, you've got Kajira backing away from 2 werewolves that are bearing down on her. And there's Owen down the end here fighting even more with one random commoner who hasn't run away yet. Meanwhile, your side of the room seems pretty covered. You've got your 2 friends, Seth and Fleeting Look, dealing with the one just on the table below you that you've just hit, and Leobrin's also to one side there, just throwing spells out this time. Meanwhile, Howland's looking a bit outnumbered on the other side of the room as Gant and Laney are trying to get out from the front door. That's description over. My turn done. Who's next? Number 6, that'll be Fleeting.
Is he prone or is he just.
I think he's up. I think he's just fallen over. He should be up.
Okay.
But you get advantages where.
You get flanking advantage,
Oh,
yes.
wonderful. Thank you. Sounds good.
I will attack.
Do it. Do it.
You've also got Hunter's Mark on that guy.
18.
18
That's
hits.
extra damage, right?
Yeah, that's extra d6 of
Yeah,
damage.
D6 damage.
Yeah, which.
I think it was Val ended to you. then.
7.
Hunter's Mark, right?
No, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, did you do both?
Plus,
Yeah.
plus your.
Yeah, done.
Yeah, he's only got just one.
Sorry, how much damage was that?
7.
7 with the Hunter's Mark after all?
Yeah.
Stat mod.
Modified, yeah. And
You rolled 7.
1 now. Plus 2.
Oh, unlucky. Still, got a hit, that's the main thing. Anything else you're doing with your turn, Fleeting though?
No.
Okay, Seth.
How's this one in front of us look?
He's looking a bit ropey at this time as the tiefling lays into the back of him there.
Cool.
He staggers. You can see-
I'm going to stab him with the rapier.
Yes.
What happened to non-lethal damage? Non-lethal damage.
Yeah, the rapier's not lethal.
Yeah. No,
Just roll.
It's,
Just roll.
it's ranged and spell, which you can't make non-lethal.
Thanks, move on for tuning in.
Ooh.
He's referring to
Yeah.
he's referring to a different game,
that's
which
a
I
hit.
recognise that reference.
So that's 22.
I understood that reference.
I understood that. 22 hits. Yeah, roll for damage. Get some sneak attack in there.
So it's non-lethal in case it does knock him over. Wow. 2, 1, 1. 9.
9 points of damage. Alright, well, remember, just on the non-lethal stuff, as we established before with the rapey, you've got to use the butt of it to make it non-lethal, so it would have been a d4, but as I'll just let it, because you haven't killed him, so I'll just say that it's the full damage this time. We did this in an earlier session, homebrew. Okay, so how much damage was that?
9 for that.
9. Okay, still up. Still up.
Can I even do non-lethal damage with a non-silvered end?
Not on these guys, unfortunately.
So it's just murder everyone.
Essentially, unfortunately, that's the
Oh,
only
Right,
option.
that is carte blanche to go full murder.
I've
on
got
them.
the
Physically don't have a
grapple.
way to save
Well,
them.
yeah, okay.
murder
I've
everyone.
got
Unless
the
you were to like
grapple
stuff something in his mouth.
feet thing, so I can.
We
We'll
can't
just like
save
break
them.
their legs.
Yeah, that's non-lethal.
You could yeah, you could try that.
Stab
But
them through the legs.
you could try. You can certainly try
Full
that. That
damage,
will be.
non-lethal.
It will be
we put
a.
it homebrew that you can't non-lethal with a weapon.
Through the legs.
It depends. It depends on the weapon,
the
but,
hands.
and the situation. Because if you go and like try and cut his limb off or something, it's going to be a different kind of DC than it or AC than it would be to just stab him generally. Because obviously big area.
Sure.
But anyway, we'll get to that when we get to it.
Do you have any more potions? Cures, whatever.
Not the cure. No, not that. Unfortunately, just the one.
Yeah.
Next up, number 8, which is Brucon.
It certainly are. Right, so Brucon is currently flying through the air with the greatest of ease, that daring
Don't do
dwarf monk on the flying trapeze.
it. No.
And
Too far.
he's gonna try and so how's it attached to the ceiling?
So
He
it's
says,
via,
presuming that it is
via a chain.
by a chain.
Yeah.
Okay. Brucon is going to attempt to attack the chain, I guess.
Tap the chain.
Yeah.
All
He
right.
wants to-
Make an attack roll, please.
Yep.
Nice. I like this. I like this.
I've completely forgot what my bonus is. There it is. Oh God. 12.
12. Unfortunately, you hit into the metal. It just sparks off and doesn't do any damage
Yeah.
this time.
Okay.
If there's one to do with the turn.
Not a whole lot I can do.
Okay.
Turn other than that.
All right.
Just going to sit here hacking away at the chain.
Come on. Okay. Right. Next up, Howland.
Aye. I'm gonna roll for Laney attacking the door first of all.
Yep. Sure. Go for it.
So that is.
Sure she doesn't want to like swap the grip and just go.
That is a 15 to hit.
Yeah.
That'll hit.
15 hits. Yep.
Yep.
Hits the door. And actually connects and does damage. Roll some damage with the hand axe. So it'll be a d6.
Yep, it's a d6 plus 1. She's been doing her homework. 4 damage.
4 damage to the door. Oh, door stat. Okay. Hacks into the door. She managed to make enough of a hole that she could poke half her face through and go, "Here's Johnny."
Yes.
But it's still
Lady.
intact at this time. Here's Lady. The guard next to us is kind of looking and go, "Oh, that should be a better idea." She keeps slamming away at the door. Okay. And as for Howland himself, what are you doing?
So you're trying to chop the chandelier to
Correct.
bring it down on those two, right?
See, great new. I don't know why I just turned into
Feasibly
Brad Pitt from
speaking.
Ghostbusters, but I did.
I enjoyed it.
Feasibly speaking,
Yeah.
if I was able to pick up a werewolf, how far could I throw it?
What's your strength?
Pretty good. I got a +3, so
This feels optimistic.
16 strength.
16 strength.
Are you
All
going
right.
to try and like
+5.
toss me a werewolf to
You're gonna
use
have to
its
make it-
stronger jaws? on the-
+5 to athletics.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, it would have to be an athletics check. It's gonna be
What's
it'll
the- what are
be
the
difficult,
things that police use to get into cars?
especially if
Jaws
you're
of
going for the one who isn't
Jaws of
blinded,
life.
because obviously they can see you
Jaws of
coming.
unlife.
But you can certainly attempt it.
Look, if I attacked the one that was blinded, would I get any kind of bonus?
It would be slightly easier than the other one, yeah.
I'm just trying to think, if I can pile them up in the middle there,
Yes.
a combo.
Wait, some kind of dog pile.
Yes!
Get out.
Outstanding.
I'm just wary of the fact that...
You and I, Howland, we're
How,
in similar
Yeah.
how
here.
far are you trying to
Doesn't matter,
throw
I
it?
don't-
Well,
just for
I can't
just
even.
How
just
big
to
is
see.
the chandelier?
It covers about I'd say a 10 feet square.
10.
It's large,
I'm
but
just,
it's not that large.
I'm just wary of the fact because if I throw one to the middle, it's their go next.
Yeah.
So he'll just...
Just stab it.
Yeah?
Stab it.
Oh, I want to throw one at chandelier.
Yeah, man. Like, if you
Yeah,
want,
you
if you
can-
want to throw it,
Brucon is aiming. He's trying to aim this thing, right? Because when he jumped onto it, it started swinging. So he's kind of.
Oh right,
Like,
okay.
it's
So
not
it's not a drop straight down.
That's the intention is for that not to be the case.
Okay.
Whether or not we actually succeed.
In that case, is there anyone that wants to move? Desperately needs to move somewhere. No, we're all good where we are.
No, I think your manoeuvring thingy bob is
Okay.
needed, yeah.
In that case, I will just straight up do a goading attack. I don't know why, because I think they're both goaded at the moment because I've hit them both with that attack.
Does it do you
One
extra,
is
does it
blind.
do extra damage?
Yeah.
It does do
Well,
extra
then it's
damage.
better than doing a regular
yeah.
attack. Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So the blinded one, I will do a goading attack on.
All right, so you get advantage on the attack. 'Cause he's blind.
Excellent.
Slightly better. You double your chances of hitting it.
That's tasty.
Oh, that'll hit,
that
that'll
is a
hit.
23.
Yeah, that most certainly hits. Roll for some damage.
And
And it's blinded, but can only attack you without getting. Well, it's got disadvantage anyway. But anyway,
7.
extra damage.
14 damage. Slashing damage.
Is it dead
14
yet?
damage. Currently, no. 'Cause that one it's not too bad.
Can
Jar
I
Jar unit.
follow that up with
In awe at the sight of this lad.
follow that up with a shield bash?
Yes. All right. Now, because I think we got it wrong last time.
we
What
did.
was it this time?
So I can use a bonus action to try and shove a creature 5 feet or knock it prone.
Mhm.
I think it was just athletics versus their
Athletics or acrobatics?
athletics
I
or
think.
acrobatics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
21.
Yeah, that would be me. Yeah, I think 17. So
Fail.
yeah, down he goes
where's he
prone. The
going?
blinded
Yeah,
one.
I mean, shoving it's not going to make it go over the table, is it?
Would it get it on the table?
You can shove it into the table. Yeah, and then and then,
knocking it prone
and then
just-
what I'll do is I'll say it will have to make a dexterity save to see if it remains not prone when
Okay.
it gets pushed into the table.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so it makes a dex save. Natural 1. Goes straight over.
Yeah.
Oof. Head over heels onto the table.
Get off my lawn.
And that's your turn.
That is it. Yes, that's my bonus.
Is there
action.
like a bit of? Have you has Howland put like like some soil and some grass on the shield so that they can just twat
Yeah.
people with it and they go get off my lawn?
It brings a whole new meaning to turf war.
Whee!
Hi-oh. Speaking of turf war, it's the werewolves going now, and the one next to you is now going to jump in and just try and hack at you with its claws.
See what happens.
That's 4 on the dice, is going to
Yeah,
miss,
that's what I
and then it
thought.
follows up with a bite. 19 on the dice, that will hit, right? That'll be
okay.
23.
I should have preserved my taunting for afterwards.
That's 8 points of piercing damage. Can you make a con save, please?
Only if you
Please make
want. Only
a con
if you
save.
want me to.
If you have inspiration, please use it, but I think you'll be alright with your con.
Would you like to give me con inspiration?
Please make
If you haven't got it, you haven't got it.
There's a 22.
Oh, you're fine. You're so fine.
How many piercing damage was it?
8 you took. Okay. Meanwhile,
I can neither confirm nor deny that the other reason Brucon decided to chill out like 20 feet above this battle is to reduce the number of not being a werewolf saves.
so at least not the entire party will be werewolves. Which would be
How,
nice.
Howland the werewolf fits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Howl at the moon.
Howling.
You keep howling.
I did have my go. I tried to sever
What
the.
is happening with
tried
the
to break the
jokes
chain.
today?
There's just so many references.
But I will
No,
never make.
so many
I will
puns.
never break the chain.
The one prone on the table is now blind and also going to try and find you. So I'm going to use the random directional dice, which I don't get to use very much, which was not used anymore in Warhammer, but it still exists. So he's going that way. Falls down. Falls down the table. Crawls
So
over.
I did throw it under the table.
You did both. You did all the things.
It crawls, it falls over, it then gets up, and
Yes.
it can just stagger
Pretty much.
this way, and
Apparently.
it gets to there, and it's like, there's something here, and then goes for an attack. Although goaded means it gets disadvantage
It
to hit
gets
anything other than
disadvantage,
you. So
yeah.
it's got disadvantage to hit its friend as it blindly swings out with a claw. Natural 20 gets negated to a 15, which still hits. So it's just
Hell shed no tears.
it's just going crazy. So that's the claw attack, which is, I thought it was 2d4, there it is. 2d4 plus 2, so it does 8 points of damage to Nesquik there.
Quickie.
Captain Quickie and Nesquik Bunny there takes some damage. Oh yeah, there he is. He's taken quite a lot of damage.
Not the result that I expected from a goading attack.
And then takes a second attack, but again this is disadvantage, and this time still hits with the bite with a 13.
You see now why we live in fear of you rolling a d20. It's like Jack, I'm just gonna. Oh, whoops! Another crit. Sorry. Roll all the dice.
I've got disadvantage. Oh, 2 natural 20s. Oh. Anyway, so that rampage
Taking
continues.
9 billion damage.
Meanwhile, the two down here, as we're there, they're
It's
going
not
to try and
normal.
lamp into
No.
Omen
It's not
again.
normal.
Captain the guard. First one, claw attacks. 1 miss and 1, I think.
Are they not irritated by the fact that there's another
Just
alpha
hits.
in the pack? Getting raking at their backs.
I think they're just a bit frenzied in their rage at this time, but that's a good call. We'll see with that second one if he goes for a bite on his mate instead. But anyway, 1 hit on Owen with claws.
It's their hierarchy.
Yeah. They're chaotic, right?
They
So
are.
should
They
just
most certainly
attack
chaotic.
randomly.
They essentially are doing that.
That's how that works.
that's totally legit. That's fine.
Including in our
Owen
lodge.
takes.
I think so. The floor.
Gravity.
Owen takes another 8 points of damage. It's a nasty hit on him. He's
Just gonna wind
still
up
up,
with-
but he's
with-
really bloody
So
at this
the
time.
logical extension of Jack time to the max is Jack rolling attacks against the
Against
characters
himself.
he's created and doing more damage than we do.
He is your
Are we all
ally,
just
so
Jack's
I thought I
dream?
should,
We just live in the dream of Jack.
Yeah.
Is that not how it? Oh,
How-
okay. Sorry, I thought it was just the
How
Truman
does
Show.
one consistently roll so high?
Wait, these all say 20.
Exactly.
So he's gonna. We'll see if this wolf attacks the one that just attacked him blindly with a 5. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Yeah, of course he does.
That's a man making up the condition for win after his roll.
Unfortunately, missed with a 5 on the dice. So wasted that bite attack. That last one, I'm gonna go for a
He
bite.
said
on
unfortunately missed with a 5 on the dice, but he
Missed, and I
did roll a
can't see it.
d4.
It's a mess. It's a mess.
Okay. Okay, it missed. Fine. That's how I'm happy with that. So he's still there. This guy is going to run away because, well, obviously. But this one then gets attack of opportunity on him as he runs past.
R.I.P. Terry Jones.
From being,
That's going to hit. That's
being
with
prone
that.
to attack, isn't it? Can
Oh wow.
you move?
Well, this one, it's his turn anyway. So he would have got up anyway. It's fine. This guy, basically, that guy's dead. It's the moral of that story.
Hell of a moral.
Amoral
Modern
story.
Aesop here, ladies and gentlemen.
That's why
And
the
these two
tortoise
coming
is
after
dead.
you.
Moral of the story is werewolves
is
are going to fuck
dead.
you up.
Because
Remember, kids.
with his stats, he's not going to last in that encounter. These two going for Kajira. So first attack, 13.
New.
Nope, good. Then follows up with a bite. This is from Wolf Belvedere, also misses. The Chewy's now going to go for you. That's a miss with a 5 and a natural 20 on the bite.
Of course.
Wow.
Of course.
Uh,
So, werewolf.
You take 9 points of piercing damage at half to 4 as you're raging. Means make another con save, please. Clash. Last werewolf gonna.
That is 18.
18. Yes, you fight off venom again in your veins. Again, another puncture, but you manage to just, in your sheer rage, you just like, it's a fire in your blood and it just cleanses all of the disease that's flowing through.
angry
I'm
to-
too angry to die.
Too angry for nursing.
My blood is a cleansing fire, isn't it?
There's a bit of
Strong ability.
there's a little bit of Nerys in there with the fire.
If they swallow your blood, they turn into orcs.
Okay, so we're going to roll a d6 to see who this attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay,
Would you?
Where'd you?
6. It's going for
She's
Seth.
right there.
What's your AC?
17.
That's what happened to Neris.
17 exactly.
I would
Strike.
like to use a charge on my Fortune's Favour, please.
Yeah! Fortune's Folly, go for
Fortune's
it.
Folly.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to
What's that?
bamf Seth off 5 foot in that direction, and I just appear in his
Which way?
place. That way, yeah, 5 foot that
Teleport?
way.
It's a weird teleport that he
It's a
does.
weird time
From his
thing.
cool item that he got from the gods,
I'm
which he hasn't
just, I just
used
stand
yet.
there, werewolf attack comes to me, and I'm suddenly 5 foot around. I'm like,
You're bundled out of the way. I bring up the shield and it twang.
Twang. Okay. Great. Nice use of that. That's cool. Second attack then. It's going to go for you because you're still in the path, so that's fine. 7 on the dice, so that'll miss with the bite as well.
And natural 20 fucking hell. Yeah.
Nice one. That's a really good move. Okay, last one on Harlem before I forget. That guy there. Did I do that?
But you walk.
is that not the perfect
I did that one. I've done that one.
You
All the
did-
werewolves
yeah,
are done.
Yeah.
Okay, top of the round. Gant Bron.
I got
That.
Gibron.
Sure, right. Let's look at his sheet and see what he can do.
Gan Bron tries
He
to
can tell people
through
he's a
the door.
spy for some reason.
Don't mess with the spy master, bitch.
Let me through the door. I'm a spy master. The door's open for me.
I love the idea that like, that's literally the first. Like he's under a curse. The first thing he has to say to anybody when he first meets them is, "I'm a spy master, by the way."
He's like James Bond's really, really bad spy friend.
A boom.
He's like Archer.
Yeah.
He's quite like Archer. He's like a northern Archer. Anyway,
Except
you hear
less fun.
you hear
Yeah.
you hear just this boom of energy, and you almost see the shockwaves as the door flies open.
Oh shit.
And he's standing in front of it, and it's like, right, let's get out of here, and just starts running that way.
And-
And,
Gan Bron
and,
running
and, that,
away.
Yeah.
and at that point, Kujira turns around and says, "Why are you running?
Yeah.
You cannot
You did it.
escape the judgment."
You did it. There we
I
go.
picture him like having a voice
So-
power, so he's like, I'm a spy master.
I live to spy another day. And he runs through the door. That's his turn. All right,
But
number
he's
2,
not-
Leo.
Meow.
Run away yet.
No, he's still in the building at this time. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about that right now.
Fine, we can kill him later.
Brucon outpaces him to a frankly terrifying degree right now.
This is currently a werewolf with no enemies.
It's just it's chowing down on one of the
So it's
peoples
distracted or
Oh,
it's
he's prone, so you get him on.
here. Yeah, he's prone
on
currently.
ranged attacks? No.
No, that's not going to help, unfortunately. But
The werewolf is prone,
he's prone, yeah.
so I'm
for
not
this
firing
turn.
him. I'm going to fire on. I'm going to move this way, away from that way. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'll fire it this way.
All right.
That fella there.
Hoorah.
Hoorah.
And no, that's an 11 to hit.
11, unfortunately, miss this time. All right. Okay, it's the guards again. So this one's now with the path clear. It's like, it just starts running out of the room.
I love that he turned around
outside.
in order to have a terrified scream back into the room before leaving it. That
He's going to give it a second
it's
thought.
those little details that really.
wanted to
Well, you know,
check
he's
the
got to
room was
check
still
that
full of
there's no werewolf behind him.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
needs
yeah.
to defend
No,
himself. It's very,
I just love that
very
these
proper.
grown-ass guards are running whilst the 11-year-old girl next to it
Just hacking at
is
the
the
door.
one that's hacking the way through. You can't.
This time, natural 20, trying to break through the door. You hear it as wooden splinters shatter, charges into the kitchen and out of sight.
I feel like the fact that Jack has loaned me this die because I forgot mine this week. Like, apparently, that I ought to be rolling like a fucking magician.
I've channeled some of the power. As I said before, this green die, really good when I'm a DM, terrible when I'm a player. All right,
Well, I
so
look forward to next week.
Yeah.
yes, yeah, watch me fails repeatedly. Kujira,
Yeah.
your turn.
Well, I'm going to hit them with my axe.
That sounds plausible. I
Wait, what?
Times?
3 times.
Yeah.
What else is plausible is the action cam drop. There we are. Hey, we're back. Go for it. Make some
Okay.
rolls.
So crazy, it just might be crazy.
Would it be too much to ask to know which one looks ropier?
I tell you what, you can make a perception check for me. It's a
Okay.
free action.
That's going to be 18.
Alright, quickly look at my notes here. Belvedere is looking bloody, whereas the other one not so much.
I'm going to hit Belvedere.
Sorry, the wolf version of Belvedere.
Yes.
Go for it. Yeah,
No,
yes,
hit
yes.
Belvedere.
I'm not just
Sure.
going to hit my master for no reason.
That is...
That'll hit 13 on the die.
Yeah, plus 7, so that's 20.
Fantastic, that hits 12 damage. Oh, there it is. 12 on the dice, so
12
that's
and that's plus 4 plus 2, so that's 18.
18 damage. Very, very nice.
That's right. That's for the
There
pig.
it is.
And that's one attack.
I mean, it's looking a lot worse now. Second attack.
Yes.
Set on the same one again. It's looking
Yes.
pretty bad now.
And you can still bite me, so.
That hits.
Yeah, that's 22.
Roll that damage.
That is the 14 is like
14.
math. That is math.
Describe to us how you destroy
Yeah.
Lord
We killed one.
Belvedere.
So-
Remember, non-lethal.
Lord Belvedere werewolf.
So in my rage of like hacking at him so many times, him biting me basically twice on mother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, I just go round and squarely down the middle, split his head in half.
Amazing. It's from dusk till dawn moments. Great.
It'll bisect
Bam,
them.
out of
And
there.
then,
Out of
but,
there.
but out of that,
It's like a
just
John
basically-
Carpenter
it
film. So,
Kicks him down to release the axe because she still has an attack left.
that was your second attack.
Yeah,
So you're-
Ah, your frenzied run. I forgot. Yeah, go for it. If that's what you want to do, you have other things you maybe want to do for the bonus action.
No.
But that's fine. You can do that.
It's the first time I get to
What
just
else you can
kill.
do with a bonus action?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a character sheet. I'm just saying.
So that is 19.
That'll hit. Yep. Roll some damage.
12.
12 points of damage. Nice.
Yeah, barbarians basically blenders on legs.
And I want to.
It's a great axe. So it's an orc-shaped mincing machine over there.
Yeah.
Still up at this
I
time.
just wanna move, so I'm thinking where it'd be most useful.
If you get to attack.
Howland.
You can pivot around it.
No,
You
No,
don't
I'm
have
still
to
gonna
fight.
fight him. I
Ballerina
can cover
around.
I'm gonna
that.
fight him. Fight him. Okay, great.
Punch
Malor.
him in the face.
Bonus action, spiritual weapon is going to hit that wolf over there.
Yeah.
This is prone.
Yeah, advantage. Yep.
Sweet.
6 turns left on the spiritual weapon.
I mean,
Only
that's going to
cure
be
needed.
17 on the dice and that hits.
Lots
Yeah.
of violence.
Yeah, that can be for once be a little
8
murder
points of
movie.
force damage.
8 points of force damage. Very nice.
I think it's like if it's a werewolf, it's not really murder hobo. It's just self-defense against a horrible monster.
Pest control.
You know what? I'm going to try something controversial. With my actual action, I would like to
Turn into a dragon.
throw down my quarterstaff and just grapple the werewolf in front of me.
I thought you were going to try talking to it.
Contested,
I thought the wrestling was the other shot.
contested athletics check then, because
maybe
they're not very acrobatic.
Yeah, why are you grappling?
11.
A 19 on the dice.
God damn it. Well, I've just figured it might be easier to finish it off. It's also not going to be able to bite.
Oh, you're going with the old-
If I hold it.
You go the old full Nelson to
Yeah.
restrain.
You go to grab it, and it just shrugs you off. This large stack of meat just tries to grab it. It's like,
Okay,
Shrugs
leave
away.
it alone. That's going to be.
Facing look. Over to you.
Wonderful.
Yeah, flanking.
21.
Trying to hits.
I'll
Yeah,
just
roll some
Yeah.
damage.
that point.
10.
10 points of damage. Oh, boy, John.
These are the big bits.
10 still up, unfortunately. It's looking ropey. It is in some
Is that
ropey.
ropey
It's in
before
dire
it comes
straits,
close?
but it's still up. Okay, anything with your bonus action at all? No? Over to you, Seth.
I can't get advantage on an attack, can I?
I tell you what, if no, because you have to move out of it. No, you can't. Sorry.
Yes, I can't get advantage, so I'll just go for straight.
Run over here and get advantage on him.
That's true. You could get the prone guy.
Yeah, but that one will attack.
You got
Basically,
you
it
got-
won't die.
Then you're roguish bullshit.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't disengage. Is it no
I can
disengage?
disengage as bonus action.
Oh, so then you can do it for
Yeah, I
free, for fine, whenever you like,
I
as
can't-
usual.
I
'cause
can't
it's
kill
goddamn
that. I
brand.
can't kill that in like one go.
Yeah, and he can only get
So-
5 feet away from it, I think, if you
Hit by a couple of
disengaged.
things. Don't know what hit point
One,
is.
two,
No, I can easily
three.
get to that.
No,
The other thing you
can
could
make
do
it easily.
is you could risk, because it has disadvantage on attacks, you could risk then doing a dash and getting away from it, so it'll have disadvantage on its opportunity attack against you. So you get further away from
You
it.
could just move.
He'll still disengage, so...
No, but what I mean is you can get further away, because it's going to get up and it will probably go for you to the nearest, right? If you
James, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna attack.
attack that one.
12.
Hits, exactly its armor class.
Yeah.
Roll big, roll big, roll big.
18.
18. Okay, describe to us.
Yeah.
How are you?
Well, I can't do it non-lethal, so just going to stab him and kill him.
Okay, any particular
No,
way?
when I flavour stuff, it usually goes wrong, so it just
All right.
Why? Just with the eye.
no, they'll add like a 7 to the AC.
Seth very bitterly stabs into
Just going to stab him.
the last on that.
Very
on that
businesslike.
Jar
just-
Jar. Very efficiently destroys that one.
Every town we've been to, you've said, I hate this person, I want to kill them.
I don't
You
even
finally
know
come
this is-
somewhere where you can actually kill the people legitimately and you're upset about it.
They're victims. What? All the other people will be bad people.
It's interesting that both the players and their characters come from very different standpoints. Okay,
We'll
next
debate
up,
this later.
over to Brucon, hanging from the chandelier. You can try again on the
Yep.
chandelier.
Yeah,
Alright.
just continue hacking away at this thing.
Bad people.
Do it.
This guy's not freaking powerful.
It's a guy with
So,
a broken leg
12.
lying on the floor.
Again,
So sad, man.
chipping away, but no meaningful damage to the brass chandelier at this time.
Damn it!
Sorry, Greg.
They're already.
Howland.
Yeah, but again, the idea was to
One-on-one.
kind of swing around at the critical moment.
And that could just.
So,
Yeah,
there's still
quite,
no
yeah.
sign of Rexland.
Target-rich environment.
Not at the moment.
Yeah.
no.
So,
Can Lainey see him coming down the hallway?
He
That's getting
can't.
lower.
She can't. What she can
It works
see,
better
she can see
going the other way.
Gampron heading down the corridor.
Yeah.
The doors at the other end appear to be shut.
Slowly getting lower and
Oh,
lower.
so the front doors to the building are
Yeah,
also are also shut.
It appears the following doors to the banquet
Still in
hall,
shot,
to
it's
the
all
main hall are also
Okay.
closed at this time.
Okay, so there's very likely that Rexland's not going to make it.
He's not gonna make it.
I don't know whether to put her into this.
You can.
what, the
were you
11-year-old
thinking?
child?
I can't lose her in this last session.
What would you like her to do? She can try and go from the next door, maybe.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm just going to send her to bust through the other doors.
Okay, so she'll run off.
Down here after Gant.
Do you want me to roll for it again?
It'll take. Yes, you can. You can. She'll get there.
13.
13 isn't enough to make any damage this time. Just hastily runs up to it.
She's doing her best.
Bang, it backs
She's doing
off.
her best.
She's doing her best.
I'm going to do, just as a first bonus action, a second wind.
Yeah, good call.
Because I'm running out of HP.
Do
That is 11.
11 points healing.
Yeah. So that brings me back up to
This to the D&D
29.
Beyond.
And then I'm gonna. Oh, just for a little bit of flavour, the second wind is me picking up some roast boar and then eating that.
Nice.
Because I didn't get a chance to eat it earlier.
So you're just there standing in front of a werewolf
Just a
eating some meat.
werewolf.
I just grabbed some off the table and just.
I'm just there.
I need protein.
Yeah.
And it's salivating in your direction,
Yeah.
like this dwarf-sized werewolf.
As
Wearing-
I'm in its engagement area, would I'm definitely going to take an attack of opportunity if I leave, but if I try and get over the table, is it going to mess me up?
Good. Given the its size and given the size of the table, I would say if you get a success on an acrobatics check to get over the table, it will have disadvantage on the attack to hit you.
Okay.
If you critically fail that acrobatics check, you may go prone and then you'll have advantage.
Yeah. I'm going to try it.
Go for it. Acrobatics check.
Snack right there.
That is a 13.
13. That's enough.
Yes!
Clamber over the table. It's going to take a swipe, but it will have
Go
disadvantage.
Howler.
Excellent.
Go Howler.
2 on the dice, misses.
And then I want to charge at the back of this one, shouting, "I'm not done with you!"
No.
Okay, you run at the blind werewolf. Yep.
And
you get advantage to hit it because it's
I'll
blind.
just do a normal attack. I'm not going to use a maneuver.
Okay.
So that is that's going to hit 16.
16 hits. Yeah.
And then
Get some damage.
10 damage.
Nice. 10 damage. Yeah. Just like limps over. It's still there.
Still blind?
It's still blind. Yeah. It's gonna be blind for another. It's gonna be blind for a while. 1 minute. Blindness spell.
I can't do my shield bash because I already used
Yeah, but we're on round like 4 of this fight.
That's
Yeah,
enough.
it's like been blind for two turns
It'll
now.
be dead before it.
Yeah, I think so. Nice one. Okay,
This match is quite a few.
bottom of the round. It's now the wolves. Okay, so let's go from the one that you just got away from. It's gonna try and clamber over the table because it's
Jawa-sized werewolf,
I would
adorable.
love if it
natural 20.
Natural 20.
See right there.
I taught it too well.
It's somersaults over the table.
It does a hero landing. Hero landing.
Yeah, 3
Three
points.
points.
Ban my
Give us
dice.
the dice. Give us the dice.
None of us
This
now.
appears next to your face.
Alan,
Oh.
that D20.
Oh,
Take it.
you're in my
Take
house
it, the green
now.
one.
Enough.
It's alright. You don't take my
That one.
dice.
Take that one.
You don't take my dice. Alright. It's be my
Have
house.
it back when you're a player.
Next
You
week.
buy him a new dice set, gift it to him. He's morally obliged to
We
use
formed a party conga.
Weighted dice.
So this
Are
one's
you-
going to try
So
and
where
attack
conga?
you.
Your shoulders.
It would have flanking, but I'll say because that one's blind, that
So
he doesn't get a
filing down
benefit
all
of
their
flanking.
faces and then
So it's just
Yeah.
a standard
describing
attack on you. That's a 19 on the dice. Yep. With the claw attack.
Yep.
Okay, so you take 1.
Can I take you to like
Casino?
a casino or something?
You're welcome.
Does the gambling commission know about you?
Why do you think I'm stuck in this room? 6 points of
Sorry, didn't mean to.
6 points of slashing damage with the claw attack, and then it's going to try and bite you. That's a 7 on the dice, so that'll miss. Nice. The blind one is now going to try and blindly attack you, knowing that it's just been stabbed. And hearing the
Kinda knows
howls
where you
before,
are.
it's now going to turn around and
That does
blind.
announce your position.
Yeah. You gave away your position, but disadvantage, natural 1, it falls down prone as it takes a slight
Yes!
lose balance.
You rolled an anti-jack.
That's,
Well,
and that was with the green dice, guys. You know, just saying.
I keep it.
I don't make these things up.
How does it look, that one?
It's-
Blind and scrambling on the floor.
It looks quite pathetic. No, health-wise,
Tragic,
health-wise, it's still pretty fit. It's gonna try and bite you.
I'm laying into this thing every
It's gonna try and bite you. Another natural one. It bites its own tongue, and it loses its action for the next turn.
Ah, well.
This is genuinely tragic now.
Does
This
it
is
have to roll a con save to see if it turns into a
Actual-
werewolf?
You just want to put it out of its misery.
Actual pathos.
Double werewolf.
Those two again on Owen, who I forgot to do. a
Every
turn
round,
for, 'cause
werewolves
he's
bite
on
their own
Kajira's-
tongues. Give now.
He's on
He's now
Kajira's
alien, he opens his mouth.
initiative, and I forgot to do him. So I'll just do his turns.
Okay.
That seems fair. So let's give him his turn. Give him his due.
Yeah, by the way, there's a character, I think, that we came across when we arrived at the ball who then just ceased to be a thing.
Which one?
Which was a dude in a cravat. I'm
Oh,
not-
with the scrolls.
Yeah.
He's there.
Oh, he's there. Okay.
He's still alive. That's the Rumble Guts representative. That one, yeah. That one. That you meant?
Sure, okay.
Yeah. No, you're quite right. I didn't
All I
mention,
remember
but
is
he
that
hasn't.
the
He's
description-
one of the few, Gustav Rappentel, who hasn't contracted lycanthropy yet.
Yet.
Yay.
Okay.
Okay, so that first attack from him, 19 is
I
a
know.
hit, and he's got a long sword
think-
there,
I think that's
two-handed.
one of them.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think that's one of them.
That's a preview of
6
what you
points of
expect.
damage with the first hit. Second attack also hits. 6, another
Jim
12,
Bowen
18 points of damage. It's
see
then
what you're
gonna,
gonna
it's then gonna have its turn because I've missed 2 turns for him
On
now.
Nesquik.
On Nesquik, so 18 so far. Keep track of that. 2 more attacks. Natural 20 from Owen, hacking away there. That's not so good for 7, so 25.
25.
1 more attack, misses. So 25 damage to Nesquik, and that's him caught up. I'll try not to forget him next time.
I hope Nesquik is looking bad.
He's dead.
Okay, good.
With that, down he goes. After being hacked by his own team, and now by the longsword, he's down. But this one is still here. He's now going to attack him. So
Is Howland's Jar Jar standing or prone?
19 hits.
Prone.
Oh yeah, prone. Yeah,
That's the pathetic one.
yeah. That's the tragic case
the
there.
biggest tongue one. I'll put
It all went
one
wrong
on.
for him.
Blind mute.
8 points of
Just
slashing
come down.
damage.
His werewolf left him as well.
Oh
No.
man. Okay,
Playing where
Owen
alimony.
is on his last legs. He's staggering. He's
man.
clutching his
Man.
waist as he's
guys.
been slashed into
That's
repeatedly.
this guy, is it?
Still
Yeah.
he's still trying to wield his sword with two hands, but he's like falling backwards. He's then having to place the longsword into the ground to keep himself steady as the bites attack comes in. 3 on the dice misses though, so he's still
Yeah.
up. But, ah!
Joining Where
Just
Fathers for
fucking
Justice.
die! And he's still there. Okay, Chewie on Kajira. Slashing attack. 16 on the dice makes it 20.
Yes, that hits.
Okay, sorry. 7 points of slashing damage reduced to 3. Bite attack. 2 on the dice misses. Alright, and that's just this one left, so he's going to get up from prone. So many options. That's a very good point. I tell you what, as it's a werewolf and it's frenzied, let's make an intelligence check for it. 18 on the dice, it's fine. It recognises this is an illusion and moves
Just because
away.
it's not a
It'd be so
natural
cool, like a
20
laser.
doesn't mean still getting the top.
It notices Seth going, attack the weapon, attack the weapon.
I'm going to roll a D. Okay, so
Seth notices Leo near him.
I will roll a D6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to see who it attacks. All right, 6. It's going after Owen.
No.
He smells blood. He's going for him. 11 on the dice makes it 15, which will miss because of his armor. Then goes for a bite. 14. No, 18's going to hit with a bite. Takes 10 points of piercing damage, and with that he goes down.
Oh, is it just
It just bites into his neck, and he's just collapses to the ground. Yeah, he had contracted lycanthropy unbeknownst to you guys, but yeah, he's done. Owen's dead.
I was going to try and get within 5 feet so I could bodyguard
He
him.
got one final hurrah though. He killed one, so that's nice.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the werewolves. Top of the round. Over to Gant. Sees the door. Sees that it's closed. He can make. He's gonna. You hear another booming sound.
He tells it he's a spy
That's the
master in
next
case it
door.
makes a difference.
Comes back into the room.
He has a conversation
It's like
and tries
strategy
to make
number one.
tries to make it scared.
He uses message on one of
It's
us.
like, have you? I see you're locked, but have you considered that I'm a master spy?
Next door flies open, and Lainey kind of sees through, but then Gant kind of pulls her back, and they start heading back towards this room. 2 of them together. Meanwhile, this guy's run out.
Sorry, is he bringing the 11-year-old back into the
Yeah. Yep. Yes, he is.
Well, I mean,
He's seen what's out there, and he's coming back this
did
way.
we?
Wait,
we
he's
knew
seen
he was
what's
a
out there?
douchebag already,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
yeah,
God.
this just
Okay.
seals it.
Yeah.
Unless there's something worse outside.
I think that's what Jack's hinting at.
They're coming back into the room anyway. That's his turn.
This is how we all die.
Oh, finally, he says, seeing you being bared down on by Chewie, he turns to you and he says, "Strike low and strike hard." You get a bardic inspiration with that.
Yeah.
Whether you want it or not.
It's got Gant all over it.
So much Gant. All right. I just need to wash the Gant from me.
Literally.
Spray Gant. Sorry. Number 2, Leo Brin.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells of Gant.
Do not want.
Do not want.
Yo!
Too long, didn't buy.
I'm gonna fire a shot at Kajira's Chewie.
Okay. Kajira's Chewie.
That's
Alright.
my pet werewolf.
That is a 19.
Hits.
So that's
Yes.
gonna
Lovely
hit.
job.
On the
Let's have some damage.
That is a 14 force damage.
Oh.
That is the
That's,
full 10.
that's a 10, yeah.
That's a 10. Plus 4.
Oh man, even he's rolling zeros on his dice now.
Yeah, rolling so low that it loops back around.
It
I
staggers,
only roll
but
zeros on
it's looking dazed, but it's up and on its last legs, but it's up.
I'm gonna try and the last bit of maneuver. I'm gonna try and gain the high ground and go up here. If I can climb onto the table.
I got on
Yeah.
Cool. I climb onto the table for the last of my movements.
Yeah, that's fine.
Excellent.
No problem.
Been
All
very
right.
effectively trained in a Pavlovian fashion.
Okay.
To immediately think of Star Wars
Why
and
do you
the
think-
Japanese dub of Star Wars.
Not
Why do you
the
think I
dub,
did it?
Oh yeah, that was
Guards,
the Google.
Google
the guard
Virus.
over there moves
There was
through
no
the
reason to
door
shoot
into the
other
next
than to
room.
make you think.
Ah.
Into the next room. The other one's out of sight. That's their turn. Over to Kajira.
That's a different one.
She's just there,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Oh,
just
we're
getting a
doing
theme
free
position
assets.
with the great axe ready to swing,
So
teeing off.
batter up.
Take him down.
That is
Bring it down, bring it down, bring it down.
16.
16 hits. Roll some damage.
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 Blender.
This is
What do I do with this? Roll it? For
You've
that?
already, no,
You can
can't
add it to attack rolls, but it's fine. You
That's
can,
You
or
can,
all
add
other
it,
things.
you can add it when you want.
This
to.
is
Yes.
'cause
To a
it's got
D20
Gant all
roll.
over it, so I don't want to.
If you miss,
You can't add it to damage, unfortunately, because he's not that kind of bard.
Okay, so
You can add it to
that's
D20.
13.
Spymaster bard. 13. Describe to us. How you do? Dispatch.
Yeah.
Chewbacca.
The kiss cam zooms in on.
Yeah. So, because she went top down before,
Yeah.
she's going to use that momentum to go bottom up.
No, no.
Oh no!
So she goes-
From
Golf style, just
Gant's advice.
and go up. basically
nave to chops,
Splits them open.
You took
Splits them
Gant's
open across
advice.
the front.
and it just.
Oh yeah.
I strike
Yeah.
hard. Ew.
He said strike low. What do you do?
I'm not thinking I'm strong enough to split him in half, but I'll open him up.
Oh yeah, there's a massive just gash opens up from all the way up.
Laney hails.
And for the finishing move, she just,
Yeah, he
she
comes
just
Flaming entrails all start coming out.
she flicks her axe so the blood just kind of like just goes like
Flicks
next.
it to one side.
Once again.
Lovely job.
And then she moves here.
Oh, thank God.
You get advantage on this attack for the flanking.
Thank you. I mean,
Roll to see if you get the natural 20.
yeah.
I do.
I mean, it's not a natural 20, but 18.
That'll hit. That'll hit.
I mean, 18 plus 7. So,
I mean,
yeah.
it still hits, surprisingly. Oh no, it now misses. Weird.
Oh no!
You've added to the conga as well.
I don't hit it. I just put my hands on his shoulders.
Drake, to be
make
fair,
a
that is
flanking
fairly
threat.
crazy if one knows about these things, but anyway. Wrestling stuff.
Like, we just
Rest
make
stuff
a,
in
we
the
make a
chat.
flanking train, because
So
it's
that
like, I want
is,
advantage.
I believe, 11.
11 points of damage.
But
That's the
I-
first damage it's taken today.
But I have more.
Yes, yes. And then.
And then.
No.
Yes, that'll hit. So that's 20.
But wait,
Unnatural.
there's more.
You get a natural 20.
Unnatural.
Roll
Unnatural.
the second time, 'cause you got advantage.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
No.
No, but still hits. Also damage.
Because orcs crits are amazing.
Yeah.
15.
15. Lovely job. Still up. That's a nice lot of damage, but it is still there at this moment. Not a small target. That's
Half orc
26,
fighters are a bit
26.
nuts.
26. Lovely
26
job.
damage.
Lovely job. Barbarians. Lovely.
Only one
Next up,
champion.
Malar. What are you doing?
Move the spiritual weapon into the back of that guy on the floor. Attack.
Following him.
That's gonna be it's 13 on the die, so that hits.
Yeah.
That was one fucking roll you
Get some-
just
get
did
some-
there, by the way, Dan. I was watching that.
D12,
that's-
right? It's damaged.
No, this is the spiritual weapon.
Oh shit! No, sorry.
This is 10 points.
Not Toll the Dead. I'm
No.
so used to that.
10, that's coming. 10 points of force damage into the back of that guy.
10 towards damage, lovely. Alright.
Malar will. What's Malar gonna do? He's gonna probably. You know what? He's gonna run over to here.
Yep.
And then. Screw it. He's actually just gonna throw Toll the Dead at that guy as well. So give me a.
Now do the wisdom save. Alright, let's do it. Oh, that's a 2 on the dice, that's a fail.
Yeah, sweet. 1 point of necrotic damage.
1 point in necrotic, okay. It all
Dice-
counts, it all counts.
Dice giveth and dice taketh.
And that's his turn.
It's a metaphor for life.
You
Alright.
go.
Fleeting look. What you doing?
Question. We're on a little adventure.
What?
As a bonus action.
Oh yeah.
What is
I will move my hunter's mark to that little chap in the middle. Well minded. And I will attack.
Okay.
9 miss.
9. Oh, unfortunately, no.
It was natural 1. I'd be mad.
Okay.
That's
That's
I'll just stand there and watch that.
Okay. Oh, this looks like fun.
I'll say the Yoda head.
so little.
The Yoda head on a big dude is really fucking with my head.
It's terrifying.
Bonus action to dash.
Yep.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Just get them out. Just out of the way.
10, 15, 20. He's prone, isn't he? So I can...
He's prone, advantage. Yeah.
So that's 21.
Hits, yep. Let's have some damage.
13 damage.
Okay. Nice.
Still got a little.
13, wasn't it?
15, 20. I've still got 10 feet left, so I should pull back.
Back it up. Okay, so it will take an opportunity attack with disadvantage.
No, it doesn't count.
Oh no, because you're
Yeah.
swashbuckler. Fine. Yeah, good. Moving on. No, that's fair enough. That's a good. That's a really useful trick, which may be used next week. So, so no, genuinely, we talked about this. Okay, so 8 is Brucon.
Yeah.
I'm like, he looks cool. Let's do that.
See no reason not to continue to try and do the thing I've been trying to do this whole time. 21.
That hits. Yes. All right.
Oh no!
Oh no! Don't worry. I'm
Gonna roll some damage.
Yeah.
Aim it like you.
Yeah. Okay. So Brucon grabs the chain.
Yep. Above where he's cutting.
And starts. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I made that mistake before.
It's fine. It's fine. Oh no! Yeah, no, that's not quite how it goes down. Okay. So.
Cuts it and the roof flies off.
And his head, momentarily, his head stays there, but the rest of him and his neck elongates.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. All right, it's hanging by a thread. You managed to cut through one of the rings, and it's just like it's starting to groan.
Okay.
It feels like it's gonna fall.
As a
gonna be
bonus
over.
action,
Yeah.
can I just kick the fucking thing?
Yes, you can. Are you flurrying a blow? Are you flurrying a blow?
No, I'm not. I'm not burning the keep on.
Okay.
We all leave the room and the chandelier falls.
Ah, it's 12 again.
12. It's still hanging there.
He
Just.
goes hacking it, and this one just naturally falls down.
Yeah, I definitely definitely 10 minutes after the end of the fight, everyone's gone like it's complete silence, and then just suddenly, I got it.
10 minutes later, TPK to whatever's outside, and you're just sitting there like, I'm just going to stay up here.
Yeah.
It's, you're
What can
hearing groaning and crunching of metal sounds underneath you.
Can I
Feels like it's going
trade
to
for
get
your
wet.
frigging green thing?
Alright.
All this rolls is sick. Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, he's done his trade out. He's
Let's
trading out.
do it. Well, let's.
It worked.
I think we should test this
I've
theory.
diffused
'cause
his most
it
dangerous weapon.
It might not be that die. You never know. Okay, it might just be my hand. Next is it's over to Howland.
I want to shout over to Ron. Shout over to Laney. Get Ron out of here! Why have you come back?
What? There's more out there, Father. There's more out there.
Oh, guys, we are ball bags.
So we heal, then we go get more
There's a
XP.
yellow.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're very much
Can't believe that roll.
Yeah.
Wow, that was an impressive roll.
Much more impressive than any of my rolls.
Just one.
Well, maybe.
Can Laney reach the Ewok?
She's got 25 in movement, so yes, she can just. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
2 points. EXFs. 3.
Well, the hand axe isn't silvered, so it's just gonna, for the hell of it,
This is gonna be there.
Hug it.
stop hitting my dad.
Yeah,
she can.
No.
She can what?
She can shove it or grapple
Oh,
it.
she can. No, she can't. No, she can't.
Does she actually have proper stats?
Yeah.
Is it just 1, 1, 1, 1? No.
She's got 13 strength. Got 12 dex, 12 con.
She's got 12 con.
What's fleeting strength?
Children.
13 or something.
What's fleeting strength score again?
I think it's 13.
Yeah, might be.
It's definitely a plus
it has to
1.
So
be
11. Yeah.
13 for him to be
So-
a paladin.
So noble knight, 13-year-old, no, 11-year-old girl.
Squire.
Essentially the
What's
same.
Lainey's
Squire.
Same strength.
13.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So she's gonna roll an attack. What did you
I'm
get?
stronger than both of these.
It's a 12.
So it's
That
pretty
is what you need to hit.
She hits.
Sinks the axe in. Doesn't seem to do anything. But I mean, it connects. And she's like, I did it, Father. I hit it.
Good.
We find out she's got the mythical axe of werewolves. Just crits automatically.
She has. You gave her the hand axe, but she hasn't got a shield currently.
She do. Oh, sorry,
Because
that would
she
have
was
been
a
taken off her,
cupbearer.
wouldn't it?
Yeah. I'm just letting you know for the armor class in case she gets attacked.
When she gets
Why would you
In
remind
case
me?
she gets attacked. In case. Because werewolves are unpredictable.
Then it's
Will the DM tackle an 11-year-old character?
Then it's Howland.
Find out next week.
Well, if it does attack her, it has disadvantage because.
Yes, it's goading.
No, I just know.
I'm just going to tap the one that's on the floor.
By now.
Okay.
With a natural 20.
That is a 16.
Oh, wow.
I rolled with advantage.
Oh man.
And we're demonetized. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We weren't monetized anyway.
Cool. I did 7 slashing damage to the one on the floor.
7 slashing damage. Very nice. Very nice.
And
Skewer it, but it's still moving.
I
Pathetically and blindly.
would like to whirl round and knock the one behind me to the floor.
All right.
So it's opposed.
Yep. Athletics. Here we go. 2 on the dice. Fail. Pretty sure. What did you get?
11.
Yeah. Down he goes. Like a
Don't think it'll make much difference because
sack of spuds.
get up tomorrow. Tomorrow? Yeah, next round.
Yes, it's now his turn. Actually, after you. Any
Think
bonus actions? Or
That that was my bonus action.
Yes, that's right. Great. He's gonna get up. And he's gonna attack you. Like, knock me down. Fine. Gonna attack you.
Get knocked down, get
Misses.
back up again.
It's never gonna keep him down. Slashing attack misses. Now I'm gonna try and bite you. That's gonna miss too. 11. That'll miss. Oh no, my secret die. No.
See, my plan is coming together.
This one, blind on the floor, is gonna. The blind one's gonna get up. Oh no, it's lost its action, but it will get
Like
up.
a sea.
So because it's natural one, it lost its action, but it's up. So it gets up and it's like blindly searching around for you. These two here finished feasting.
Oh god, that quick.
Nom, nom.
Over to
They got the
you.
juicy bits.
Now, does he want to attack the spiritual weapon?
It's the same one. And this one hasn't been attacked by a spiritual weapon at the moment, so it's going to come around this way. So they're both going for you. No, it hasn't got enough movement to get you.
It's just gonna do.
It's just going to be lying down, just chilling out.
To rock forwards.
It's
I got
because
it.
those ears weigh so
Its arms
much.
forward, so it would
So,
wait.
I'm giving it some.
all right,
Backup.
we'll go with the Ewok first.
Yeah.
So they're all werewolves, but just to differentiate,
Some are Ewoks, some are Jar Jars.
slashing attack misses,
Some are
misses
Nesquik.
with its claws, and then it goes to bite you. Natural 1, that doesn't work.
Great.
Claws break off.
No,
broken nail.
as it goes to bite, it actually bites into your rapier instead, so it takes.
Can I knock a tooth out with that?
Sure. 4 points of damage and 1 small tooth comes out. 4 points of damage to it.
Yay!
Ooh, a broken fang.
But does this...
That's how you know you've done well, when the entire room erupts simultaneously in way.
Question though, does a werewolf
References
fang
got
turn
them.
into a human tooth when it is detached? Have you got
It's a good
3D
question.
Human tooth next
It's a
to
good
it?
question.
Add that for
You don't know. Nope. Slashing attack misses, and then final attack with
Two
with
nat
the
ones in a
bite.
row.
That's a 15.
You're
19,
you're
19
welcome.
hits. So with the bite attack, that hits. That's 10 points of piercing damage. Constitution save, please.
Yeah, and the room fell silent.
If you have inspiration, please use it.
13, 14.
Fine. You're fine. That's all good.
Everybody's fine.
Everything's fine. Everyone's
Fine.
fine. We're all
Made
fine,
the
guys.
save. Fine.
Fine.
Situation normal. Everything's fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?
It's okay. Everyone's still human.
Boring conversation.
Okay, Han.
No, everyone's still non-well.
We've already had Chewie. He needs some more Star Wars. And
Yeah.
they're all Star Wars movies for
I
some
was going to
reason.
say, we have
We're
quite a few there.
Well, apart from the Harry Potter schoolboy whatever uniform on the one of the ones we killed.
Oh, yeah, we cross-brand.
Alright,
We're branching out. That's
Harry Kenobi.
that's all of the werewolves that are left in the room. So we're all good. Up top of the order, it's over to Gant. He's going to run up.
I'm
To
feeling
Laney.
brave now. Brave.
He's going to look you in the eye, Howell, and he's going to say,
How? I'm looking the other way.
you shield bash
Oh,
this
sorry,
guy,
yeah.
so you are facing him. I think that's fair.
He's gonna
Did I miss something? When did the paddling pool become a thing? What happened?
Hunter's Mark.
Like someone set up a little paddling pool in the middle of the room
It's Hunter's
and
Mark.
put an Ewok, a werewolk.
So Gant,
Yeah.
with his blonde comb, it brushes it to one side, and eyeballs you. He goes, Howland, lead them on. I'll get her to safety. He grabs onto
Tiny head.
he grabs onto the shoulder of Laney You get a bardic inspiration, by the way. That's what he was doing.
I'm getting real Billy
and
Zane
then
in Titanic vibes.
You see, and you see this aura starts from Bron. It then grows into a kind of portal, which then envelops both of them, and they disappear.
Did you just talk my daughter?
He said, "I'll get her to safety."
Oh, good. Okay.
Again,
But it is Gant, I mean, spy master.
Quick, a random child to rescue.
I
Another
never
pair of
saw
eyes
Lady
for my
again.
spy network.
This is all a very complicated plan.
She is the chosen one.
I was thinking more like Gandalf the Bridge is Near, but it just doesn't work because he's just not that guy.
No.
So anyway, he's gone.
Gandalf?
Gant's gone.
Ron's gone.
And he's off of initiative as well.
Yep, he's out.
Gone,
Oh,
okay.
thank God.
Okay, which means Lenny's also gone for now. So over to Leo.
Any more class features you'd like taken away?
Who shall I find?
He pops back in and goes, and I'll be taking your sword as well. Grabs it and vanishes.
Comes back with a water skin. Hold this.
I'm going for the stumbling around werewolf because I believe I'll have advantage if it's blind.
Yes, you got advantage. Yeah.
What are my numbers?
Good.
Oh my god.
All one. All he rolled was ones. However,
2 of them were on 1 dice.
2 of them were on 1 day.
That's like a
111.
15, 16, 17,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, that hits. It's only AC 12.
Yeah, this guy is it.
Nice.
12.
You are on great for damage though.
12 damages of the forcey kind.
40 damages. Yeah. You hit it, and it's like staggers back again with its like tongue lolling out of its mouth as it's still busted its tongue. Still up though.
Still alive.
It's just a glutton for punishment. It just wants to live for more pain. That blinded effect has really fucked that one up.
All my magic damage. I mean, that's it.
Cool. Okay. Okay. Over to the guards are out of the room, so I'll pick them out too. Okay. Over to Kajira.
He's dead as well.
Owen is dead. Goodbye.
No, Owen, no.
I'll leave him there for reference.
Yeah.
There you go.
I just want to search his remains.
Does it count as a win?
17.
If
17
there's no
hits.
one dead,
Ineptly
it's not the
attempting to bust down the door, I believe.
That is 14 damage on the little squeaky
Come back.
thing.
Little guy.
Where is Ivan?
Okay. On the dwarf-sized werewolf that was once Yantabal of the Aelin, who one of you talked to. Yeah, hits. He's still up. He's still up. You can see this werewolf. Some of his fur is like still in braids.
Now might be the time.
Round his
Now might be
chin.
the time to add the bardic inspiration die.
Yes, you can add
Oh,
bardic
I
inspiration
forgot
to
I
your
had
attack
that.
roll.
Ew.
Use it, get out.
Yeah, so that's to be another 17.
That hits, yeah. There you go. That bardic inspiration. I'll have that back.
Yeah.
Take it out of my sight.
8.
8 points of damage. Looking ropey. He's still there. Frenzy attack. Yep, that's the frenzy attack.
Ah, 11.
You're so angry. You just
Don't
hit
you
the
have-
floor next
Isn't
to
he
it.
flanked?
You're right. He's flanked. Have advantage.
Roll-
Go
Oh,
for
thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
24.
Attention to the stuff.
Well done, Seth. Well done, Seth. I mean, sorry, well done, James. That wasn't Seth.
Literally second session with the character, to be fair. Well, third, but
Seth
second
just- Seth just yelled
second in
across the
combat.
room. He's flanked. My dial goes down.
Describe just how you destroy
I
this
literally,
Ewok.
all of these, I literally just keep going like this
It's just a
until
pulp.
it's pulp on the
Yep.
ground.
Okay, that's messy.
You ever seen a
Literally
bacon
all-
slicer in action?
Is that the third one you've taken
You have
down?
now.
Yeah.
I softened that one up.
Yeah, lucky you have
And,
that. Lucky you
at
came
that
across that
point-
barbarian, huh?
At that point, I'm
With
gonna
a silver
go
great axe, no less.
over here.
Yep.
Just because I want to
Just
look at it
in
and want to
melee with
growl
it.
at it.
All right, and it's
I
like
gotta
it's
go.
just, and you can see it's like
And I want to
Still
put it out
blinded.
of its misery.
Growled at by Giant Yoda.
Judge me by my size.
Holy shit. Yoda slash the claw from Inspector Gadget.
she just growls and it goes.
That's what
It's more of a pity thing. I want to put it out of its misery.
Over to Malar.
I'm going to move my
No,
spiritual weapon
don't want
up
it to attack.
to this guy here.
Same one again.
I
He's
think
still
it,
picking
was,
on
it
it.
was there right before.
Yeah,
Didn't
it
need
was
to move.
right. It's,
Yeah, it was there. Sorry.
But that's fine. You can still attack with it. Yeah.
Making that action, making that attack.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Natural 20.
Damn, bro.
Boom! Double
Damn
spirit
damage.
damage.
That's a six.
Sorry, radiant damage.
Is
14.
Double dice, sorry.
14, yeah.
14
Plus-
points of
Hang on,
damage.
no, it's 18.
18 points of damage.
Force damage.
That kills it. That destroys
This
it.
one, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one. And then on the...
Just as the last one falls, the chandelier is going to get
Yeah, oh yes. And on the other
This
one...
forceful hammer just piles. It's a hammer, isn't it? For this?
I figure actually with
Mallow.
Festa, it'd actually probably be like a sickle or a scythe.
Okay, just scythe
Okay.
powers into it. You just see it just collapses to the floor with a broken
Uh,
neck.
Big old present.
That's my bonus action for my action. I want the other one to make a wisdom saving throw, please, as I throw Toll the Dead at it.
Wisdom saving throw to this one.
Yes, please.
Oh, we can't differentiate. It's like Jar Jar 1.
Fails.
You get to use your abilities again.
Has that been... That's been...
No, that one hasn't. The
Oh.
only one that hasn't been hit because it was dealing with Owen the entire time.
5 points of necrotic damage.
We're friends now.
5 points in necrotic damage. Alright, first
Now-
damage it
now
takes.
it's been hit.
It hears an ominous spell of Declan and just spits out blood at Seth.
Okay,
What?
that's going to
It
be...
coughs out blood at you.
Okay.
That's going to be...
No damage.
I was fine about the concept.
Yeah, no.
3-2.
Is this just a bit of rubble? Can I just
Yeah, you can just move through that. That's fine. It's just for
Exploded
texture.
disable.
Just to remind us of that awesome explosion you did.
Can
earlier.
I? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, should I?
Can I kill one werewolf?
Bestie.
So it was the
Are you
kind of like
yelling,
maybe don't
"Bestie"?
walk into the blast radius.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I'm never going to get this thing off the damn ceiling. So anyway,
Oh,
so.
oh yeah, I moved.
Can you just drop from
Oh,
the
no.
ceiling on?
He unfurls himself.
That was a great...
You
I
want
hunter's
doing
mark
anything
myself.
Oh.
Wow.
That's very
This is
fleeting.
the hating man's hunter's mark.
I don't do anything.
19 to hit.
They're
Yep, hits.
werewolves. They're immune to they're immune to mundane
I'm the
damage,
biggest threat in
so
the room.
Very little they
I can
do.
track myself for an hour.
9.
9 points of damage. Lovely. Yeah.
Right, it turns out
Good.
trying to punch a werewolf to death.
Alright,
Not a
Seth.
fantastic idea
Oh, when you rolled that, did you roll with advantage?
until magical fists become a thing, and then it becomes an amazing idea.
I will attack as well.
Yeah, get that advantage and elven accuracy balls.
Yeah.
So 16 on the dice. That is.
Yep, lovely job.
I would love to ruin
1, 2.
Seth with the rules discovery.
What game are you playing?
Well, it just occurred to me, like, I'm like, how is that working
11.
on...
11 points of damage.
Well, it's more like.
Oh, it's because it's dexterity and he's fucking rogue.
Yeah.
He's got like 20 dexterity now, so yeah.
It's not that,
pretty
it's how he
excellent.
gets the elven accuracy on a melee attack.
Oh, I see.
So the answer is rogue.
Rogue.
Would work on monk
Finesse.
as well.
Pretty
if I
much,
was in it.
pretty much as long as it's not strength.
Bonus action? Doing anything?
No, I'll stay.
How much damage?
Alright, that's you. Brucon,
Okay.
beginning of your turn. You hear the groaning intensifies, and you can see that suddenly you just see it. Chain links just explode out, and you start falling with the chandelier. You're holding. Well, no, you don't. You're holding.
I
on
was
to
there,
the
I
top
was
bit,
the
sorry.
whole time.
It falls from beneath you, should I
Yes,
say, and
yes.
you're just dangling
Yes,
there.
you should say.
Everything in the radius. I'm gonna.
That's a 4 square with a werewolf. and
Yeah,
someone else.
so it'll hit him. You guys on the outside, so it'll just be Kajira and Howland will just need to make a dex save. It's relatively low, you won't take a lot of damage, but it's just from like some of the debris. It's quite
Why don't we just catch
because of its
it?
odd shape. So dexterity save. You get
11.
danger sense. Dexterity
Yeah,
save.
you
You
get
get
advantage
advantage.
on
You
it.
can roll again.
You do.
17.
17. You're fine.
That's why you have to have barbarian
11.
and spider.
11. All right. You do take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you kind of catch some of the chandelier
points.
kind of comes down onto. Sorry, down to 1
Okay, 1 point.
because of barbarians. Brucon.
You literally are too angry.
No,
to
you're
bleed.
still up. You're still up there. And this guy, he's going to fail. I'll say he fails anyway because he's blind and all the rest of it. He takes the full force of the impact.
Oh, it's gone so badly for him.
I wonder who that was before he got turned.
Gant, isn't it? You
No,
blinded it.
Well, actually,
No.
I think that was an unnamed
okay.
NPC. He takes 4 points of damage.
Well, good
and
job
is
keeping that
thrown on the
secret.
floor.
Tightly under wraps.
Down the floor.
Well, that's second
No, but that's exactly what would happen because the weight would be released and then it
I
would.
thought you were going to James Bond write it down.
Is that werewolf dead?
Still, he's prone and he's still alive.
Does Brucon? So,
But trapped, I imagine.
Yeah, he's stuck underneath currently.
so that happened before Brucon really had a chance to do
Yes,
anything.
yeah, still your turn. You haven't done anything yet.
Okay, Brucon lets go of the thing and drops down.
So it's 10 feet down, which I'm gonna say for this and do monk abilities. Have you
I was
got
going to say
slow
slow
fall
fall.
anyway?
Yeah,
You're fine.
I was waiting. I was sitting there going like, "Go on, make me take falling damage. Do it. I
I've
dare."
recently been reading on monks for another character. I'm like, oh, this is so cool.
Monks
that's
are
very
extremely cool.
But yes, so you
Yeah.
gently fall down to the ground, gracefully on top of the rubble,
Yeah.
and bits of chandelier.
Okay, stab the prone. Well, hang on a minute. So that's the blinded one,
Yep,
and that one's prone.
that one's prone.
Yeah, stab the prone one.
Oh no, sorry. So the prone one is the blinded one.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
not blind.
he's just
Sorry, but yes, you got
Oh,
advantage.
well, I'm definitely gonna. I'm
You've got
still gonna.
super advantage.
I'm gonna aim to maximise my benefits here, seeing as there's only one attack I can make a turn that will do anything. So I'm gonna make it with advantage. So against this guy, 6. That's a natural one.
Oh no!
That's another natural one.
Right, give me. Do you want the dice back?
Well,
I'll have that back.
different-
It's not how dice work.
It's
Get better dice.
only for me.
Was that an armed attack?
no, that was with the
Right,
short sword.
with 2 natural
Well,
ones.
unarmed attacks
is
can't do a
advantage.
damn
Yeah,
thing.
that's what you're going to be like next week as a player with that dice.
Yeah, that's gonna be me.
Yeah, go on.
So as you go to shove the sword in, it's struggling with the chandelier, and it kind of twists and it catches the short sword, temporarily taking it out of your grasp.
Right.
So you're currently unarmed.
Okay, so now I literally cannot do anything against the
This
werewolf.
whole fight, you've been fighting the chandelier.
And I just lost.
You just lost. It just did a disarming maneuver against you.
Yeah, that chandelier kicked the shit out of me. Fair play. I salute a worthy piece of furniture.
I mean, the balance with the with that is Anyway, it's not on the seesaw at all. Over to next up on the list is Howland.
Yeah.
Unless bonus action. I just thought. Do you want to do a bonus action?
Well, you can't do anything with it, so no.
Okay, all right. Sorry, Howland, up to you.
So how ropey are we talking?
Well, I could spend a few
Very
to get out of there,
ropey.
but
Like he looks like he's in his death throes.
Stun coming.
Um,
Stun coming.
I'll just try and finish this one.
Brucon's going to go off the
Hacking
chain.
lumps off.
You have
Yep,
rope.
you have advantage because it's proneness.
That is 16.
Yeah, hits. Yeah, let's have some damage.
They're all turning back to people, right?
8 damage.
The die.
Is this going to look
Damage.
really...
It's still alive. What? It's still alive. You stab into it. It's like, but it's still
Right.
just writhing.
And I can't add bardic
I-
to damage.
No,
I-
you can attack rolls, and you can add.
I want to
Can
do a
I
thing.
do my
Before you
shield
say
bash in any kind of way that wouldn't cause damage?
No, especially because the chandelier, you can't really get that shield through there easily. I'll say no for that. You can move if you'd like. It's prone, so it's going to be very difficult to hit you.
What's this wall here?
And that's just the wall separating the banqueting hall from the kitchen.
I mean, I could move and knock that other one prone, but it'll just get up.
Just
I'm just gonna.
So,
yeah.
by the
Drake
way,
Lazarus.
yeah, I say we've all been very preoccupied, but in the meantime, Drake is bringing the worlds of wrestling and D&D together in a wonderful symbiosis, giving us a fake dice option of power bombing through a table to win the Intercontinental title.
With a natural 20, of course.
Right.
Okay,
I don't think there's anything
that's
else I
you.
can do.
So then
Let's
it's
get
the
Bronze
wall.
music! Oh my god!
Sorry, what were you
No,
going to say?
those are. Oh yeah. Oh, it's okay. Fine. Nothing. I'm just excited.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's
on
good.
the
This is a good
plan.
thing. This is a good thing. All right. Let's go with this one first because it can actually see and is not under a chandelier.
You say that he's currently blinded by Hunter's mark.
Yeah, apparently. Those eye stalks are helping. Okay, so again, you're both attacking it. I'm just going to roll
Werewolf
a
with
d6 to see who it goes for out of you two. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Alright, it's going to go for Fleeting Look this time.
Notice how you rolled and then assigned who it was. He doesn't like to.
Yes, there was obviously no rhyme or reason to that. I
Roll the
was,
6. Okay, 1, 2 and that. 4, 5, 6.
okay, does a 18 hit? Miss. Okay. One more attack against you with a bite. That's worse. So no damage at all. The one on the floor, prone, it's going to have to use its action to remove the chandelier from over it, and then it staggers to its feet. That's its turn. Over top of the round, Gant's gone. Over to the Oberon.
When it stands up, Brucon's short sword
It's still on the floor.
on foot.
So you can see it, you just need to pick it up.
Yeah, free action. Good times. I'ma blast that guy.
Which one?
So I start blasting.
It's the blind guy. Double blast. Well, double chance to hit.
If we're going to try and keep one alive, this is it.
Never mind.
Holy shit.
I
mean, mine was worse.
One
But
in 3.
mine was worse,
So I got it.
but it wasn't much
It was
worse.
a 9 to hit.
Okay,
But
unfortunately
no.
misses.
Good times. I'm glad I
Drat.
got the high ground.
Drat and double drat. Anything else we've got to?
I got nothing.
Alright. Number 3 guards are out of the room. Kajira.
Considering this guy is already, whatever,
He's messed up.
Yeah, she is going to really take the table with her.
Demolish everything.
And
is not destroyed
yes, I must smash this table.
Where's the ball?
She's still angry.
The ball got a it's like bits of it against the wall here after that shatter.
Wasted that ball.
Giant ball splat. There's blood all over the wall.
She's just gonna pick
So
up the
you
boar's head and start.
So are you saying that we've been hit with ball shrapnel?
I don't know if we
Did
made
it
it.
get
So-
shattered?
She's
You
going
got hit
to
with a rogue sausage.
put
Can you
her
swallow
axe
the teeth
back,
Okay.
Bacon bits.
Stow
and
your
try
axe,
to
yeah.
grapple this guy
Alright, that'll be athletics.
against the wall.
Athletics versus athletics. That's going to be 16 for me.
You win.
Oh,
you
I
beat.
win.
You
I win.
beat him.
I What do you get for
Uh,
grappler feet?
19. So I have the So grapple pin. It means once grappled, I can pin them to the wall. We're both restrained then, but
Is that a bonus action to then restrain it?
As an action.
Action, okay. So it's a...
It's an action to do the actual.
You do also have advantage on attack rolls against a creature you're grappling, but you beat it with the one roll anyway. So
And Kajira's weapon is two-handed.
So I'm basically gonna pin it against the wall.
Okay, so you're currently holding on to it. It can't move.
I wanna yell at Brucon, or yell at the group. Like, the Groupon. The Groupon. It's like, die! Like, restrain him! Tie him up!
This wolf's about to be 50% off.
Please read the terms and conditions.
No, so basically you're like, restrain him!
randomly appears on a
So
Centre Parks
that's
holiday.
it. I'm gonna pin
Yeah.
and yell at somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody!
What are you standing here
You
for?
can still restrain him with rope. I think it's possible.
One
Drake
that's
Lazarus
been
says,
30
"Can
feet
you
left.
smell what the tiefling is cooking?" In that voice. Next,
Brimstone, presumably?
presumably, over to Malar.
So we're trying. I will move. So hang on.
Step into a slim Jim,
Wait,
We want to
and
restrain this
the,
one, yeah?
The werewolf and Kajira both growling at each other.
Cool.
Right.
I would like to try and do.
Staring her right in the
I would
face.
like to.
Right in the face.
I would also like to grapple
Spit
the blind, pathetic werewolf.
The Eugene of the werewolf.
Because you were telling me there were
Eugene?
goodies earlier.
Yeah. And we don't know where to stop.
Which
Feeling
Eugene was
pretty
that a
good
reference to?
that my
It's
work
like
is like.
the accident-prone character in like every soap opera.
I don't know
The prone one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You grabbed it. Yeah. Sure. All right.
I'm pretty pleased that my orc is
21.
currently pinning a fully
Yeah, you
sized
got it.
werewolf to a wall.
Okay, I have this one and I.
Brace the wrestler inside yourself.
Yes, restrain a rope anyone.
Okay. So
Now you have a decision to make.
Rukon takes the instruction literally and ropes up the Oberon.
Who's that?
it's fleeting.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing anything with your spiritual weapon for your bonus action.
No, I'm just gonna. I'll tell you what, I'll float it 20 foot this way. So it's about there.
Okay. Oh, fleeting.
Has anyone got any rope?
I do. I think you.
Rukon's got like 150 feet of rope.
Do I still have rope? I can't remember what I used
I
it.
think everyone's
Okay.
from this.
I'm going to rope up the nearest were Jar Jar.
Do you know what?
Okay. Yeah.
Where, Jar Jar?
Roping it up. Okay. So for this, make a sleight of hand check just to see how deftly you can get this rope around him while it's still struggling. 11. All right. You try to put the rope around. You're struggling with it. It's still pushing against you. You haven't tied it up yet.
With 2 people restraining them, and all of us.
There's still one person restraining them.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
There's 2 of them still alive. They're
So
both being
one is-
grappled. Not restrained yet.
Okay.
No, mine's restrained.
It's grappled. Action
grappled
next to it,
pin.
right?
She pinned it.
I thought
It's
It's the
restrained.
grappler. It's the grappler feet.
So if it's pinned, it should be prone, right?
It's
You tell me.
If you succeed, you and the creature are both restrained until the grapple
Okay.
ends.
All right.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah. Go for it. Yeah.
So is he?
That's
so
my
he's
fault. When you
against
said
the-
as an action, I thought you meant as in you have to grapple it. It has to be grappled first, and then you use an action to restrain it. That's why.
Well, yeah, but I had the action. Because I succeeded on.
full attack.
Oh, and it
Yeah,
counts
yeah.
as an attack action.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you're saying the grapple pinning thing counts as an attack action, right?
Yes.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
Could we choke it out?
No, it's funny because if we've got them restrained and we're all sort of going to time up rope, can we do it with advantage because we're all just trying? Would we be out of combat?
Basically, you basically will. It's just to see how long it takes to get it round it because this one's still is restrained.
Yeah.
So that one
So is it
you'll do
tied
it in a
up?
matter of time, but it depends
Okay.
like how long.
Okay.
This one is blinded, so it's still like
take out
in.
some rope and I'll try and tie
Yep.
up Kujira's one.
Okay.
Sleight of hand check, did you say?
I'll say because he's already starting it, you can just use your action to finish tying him up. You don't have to roll
Then,
it.
yeah,
Okay.
I'll use my
So yeah, he's now tied up as well as being restrained. He's that one's
Tie him up
hog-tied.
again.
That one is hog-tied.
Make sure that the tie comes
Hog-tied,
my
I
rope
love
as
it.
well, so it's over the mouth
Yeah,
as
the muzzle
well
line.
as
Yep.
the hands.
Yeah, sounds good. That makes sense. Okay, that's you.
Put it in the
Brucon,
gimps.
what are you doing with all your rope?
I mean, Brucon kind of like looks around and goes, I mean, it doesn't seem to be that you need me.
The other
I
one.
can do with some help.
Okay, how about this? And Brucon pulls out, because he's also got these. Hang on, let me just double check and make sure I'm right about this. But,
handcuffs of good times.
Are they fuzzy?
Fluffy pink
Yeah,
hand.
I was thinking fluffy.
Yeah.
They are silver.
maybe I didn't put them in here.
Paint for class.
Brucon pulls out a length of rope and tosses it to who's next in the usual order. It would be Howland, wouldn't it? Yeah, Brucon tosses the rope towards Howland.
Will you start tying up?
No, because Brucon then goes, I'm just gonna. Something was going on. I saw from my elevated position that something going on with Gant a moment ago. I'm just going to go and check it out. And Brucon will dash 160 feet
Is
or
that
less.
is that so? Drop so
over. You go.
yeah. So you can like drop the rope next to Howland on your way. Carry on. Yeah, out there.
and
Yeah.
then
Okay.
gone and go up to basically see what Gant was looking
Okay,
at.
so you can get into the doorway there, and then you can see basically a host of guard out there. They seem to be surrounding one black dragonborn in full plate armor at this time, who's valiantly trying to fight
snap.
them off.
Okay. How is Rexlin? I'm assuming it's Rexlin.
Oh, he's looking all right. Like you just before you get into the room, you hear a boom ring out, and tenses, and you see that these guys have been pushed back by a thunderous smite of some sort, and they're still bearing down on him, but he looks like he's holding his own at this time.
Okay, Brucon shouts, stop it. Rexlin, do you need assistance?
Oh, that would be most appreciated.
Okay, bear with me, and
Why are they attacking him?
this is Dragonborn,
Oh.
and those are no-nos around here.
Reasons.
Yeah.
Their favourite enemy is dragon.
How much of Brucon's 160 feet worth of movement has been expended so far?
Okay, so from there,
Boots of speed on monks.
So 40 to get to the end of the
Regular
room, then another
maths
30 to get to the end, so that's 70. So you've got another 90 minutes to go. You can get all the way back to your
We could
village.
do a really
Just-
particularly high level.
Just start doing laps. Brucon starts running around in a circle.
He starts running up walls.
Run backwards around the earth.
Brucon zips back to here.
How much pixie dust did you do in
Brucon, yeah, this is before he's even taken any of the drugs. Brucon zips back to the doorway and shouts out, Rexland is under attack. He needs our help. If that's a thing that we want to give him. And then basically goes, good luck, and I'll be right back. And boom, back out again.
Okay. Out there. Brilliant. You didn't see that coming.
Yeah, so it was kind of make Marvel and DC superheroes. I've already made the Flash.
Alright. Okay, that's his turn. Howland. That last one in its death throes that you haven't quite killed
it, but we
yet.
have to rope it up.
Just accidentally cut off his head.
I mean, you can still just.
We've got another one alive.
Whoops, I slipped.
You can still just make an executive decision.
It's there
Oh dear,
bleeding.
I seem
Its
to have
tongue-
accidentally
tongue is
garroted
hanging
this
out of
well.
its mouth.
Howland's lawful good though. He wouldn't execute it.
What I'll put before
Can't
you,
just think to
you
do.
go to attack, you get a natural 1. Sword gets caught in the rope, and you accidentally tie him up.
Best of
Lawful good
best
still
of
kill
few
you.
werewolves. You've got some notches to carve on the hilt of your sword.
Yeah.
Take a bar on this one.
I've only got a +1 to sleight of hand though, so I don't even know I'm going to be able to rope it
Quite
up.
frankly, if you don't.
Just get an natural 20.
You've got enough people to attempt to.
Yeah, that's how that works.
I hadn't thought of that.
Just do a jack.
Just do a 20. Yeah.
Just believe. Oh, you can add the bloody inspiration. Remember? You still got that.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
that
go
will help,
ahead.
'cause
In that
it
case,
works on ability checks. So.
I will rope it up. It's a 10
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a natural 20.
plus a 6.
16. Oh, that's a 9. I read that as a 2, and I was like, oh no. But no, 10. 16. Perfect. Okay, yeah, you rope them up. It is now restrained with ropes. You have 2 hog-tied werewolves.
Bad
We're going to
dog.
take a quick break, and we'll be back very shortly.
Hey.
And we are back. So with that, you guys managed to...
And we are back.
You managed to... You restrain these the two werewolves and tie them up. As you're finishing off tying them up, two figures run through from the kitchen to the two citizens, the two nobles, including Gustav Racontel, that you recognise, run back in and just looks at you and go, You don't... What I saw in there, things... It's horrible!
Where? The kitchen?
I can't go back. And he just backs up against the wall and scrolls tumble over the floor.
Use your words.
Use your
words. What's in
They
there?
butchered them.
Who?
I don't know.
Oh
I
my
mean, that is what they do in a kitchen.
goodness.
Wait,
There's bodies of blood and
Who's
limbs.
Again, accurate description of a kitchen.
Are the kitchen staff dead?
Malar goes to check out the kitchen.
Yeah, and he's just like, seems like shocked, but he
I'm gonna
barely
give
utters a
him
yes.
one of those like little slaps on the face. Go snap out of it, man.
Roll sneak
Our
attack.
human forms behind so.
Thank you so much.
I was gonna. I almost,
Sorry, it's
I
just
almost accidentally said I grab a glass
It's
of
him,
wine and
like,
throw it in his face.
wine. Yeah. Suddenly turns into a werewolf. Oh,
God damn it!
what have I done?
That was nearly a mistake.
Nearly,
But, so,
nearly.
Marshall
who attacked
still
them?
provided the most fucked
The
up
guards
contribution.
attacked them.
No, the guards ran straight through. They were dead before. They were dead before the guards were in there.
So the person that killed them, are they still there?
There's no one left. There's nothing left. And the one next to him is the halfling that the Oberon you recognise from your conversation with Lord Belvedere earlier, the one that was snubbed.
Ah.
My two things. I don't want to go back in there. There's so much blood.
It's safe in here?
Relatively in the
I'm going to
room.
look at the werewolves and see how much they're struggling. Does it look like they're getting out?
No, they look like they're well held at this time. Particularly as one is being basically sat on by Kajira.
It's safe in here. We need to go outside to check for more people. You stay here and hidden. Hide under the table.
Okay, and they just immediately go under the table.
Let's go help Brucon.
Okay, yeah, you already told us. Well, she doesn't. Kajira doesn't say anything. She gets up off of her new improvised chair.
Congratulations, you are now a chair.
I'm double dashing out to go to Brucon.
Mario Kart double dash.
She attempts to pick up and throw
I
the
throw a blue shell.
tied up werewolf over her shoulder.
Okay, so just bear in mind that your movement will be hard while carrying him because you're not got a large carrying capacity. So.
But I do. I
Actually,
pick
no,
my guy up
I
and
have a
head
pretty
outside
good-
towards
pretty big
Brucon.
carrying
Okay,
capacity.
I do the same. I'll just go slower.
Yeah.
Can I drag him along?
You can drag. It will still be the same, essentially the
I'll
same.
drag him along.
mechanically.
No, I want to pick him up. I want to pick him up.
It
Can I
looks
pick
cool.
him up?
It looks
cool.
cool.
It does look
I
more
want to
boss.
throw over her
Carrying him.
shoulder like she did the hog that she killed.
It's
for the banquet.
certainly more clutch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Outside.
See, I was
Okay.
thinking more Ace Ventura 2, like Zola,
so
like rough.
Yeah.
That's a nice rough you're marrying!
Just going to bring it back. So,
let's go.
okay, so Brucon
Yes.
Hasn't entered combat, but he is on the edge of the room.
Yeah.
You, when you get up to him, you can see that there are 8 guards around Rexland, who seems to be in the doorway, trying to fight his way into the main hall.
So-
May I, in the meantime, just do...
Don't any of the guards look like the ones that ran out?
Yes, there is one there that ran out. Yeah.
And he's helping to fight him.
You make a perception check.
Well,
So you do
15
quite
on the
similar.
roll. I
Yep.
can't remember what perception is.
You've got perception trained, haven't you? You're proficient, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's 17.
17. All right. So you looking out there? It's hard to distinguish. There's only 8 fighting. You can't tell you can't tell immediately if the one who ran out is there. God damn it! Keep dropping my pencil today. There it is.
I feel your pain, bro.
So you have to do it every week.
I'm just going to try
I don't ever know I'm doing it until I drop the thing.
I assume Brucon's still running over there, so I'm going to be catching up to him, but I'm much faster than me.
Good
by
luck.
80 feet.
Yeah, you're like, wait.
Let's go faster.
Okay.
Yeah, Brucon turns kind of blue.
He's a whole dashing horse faster than me.
Prancing horse. Okay. So are you guys going to be following? You're going to be entering into that hall or going to the kitchen?
I will be following out her sister Brucon and Seth.
Okay.
I have a thing I want to do, so I'm going to follow them.
Okay.
Just let me know when
I
we
wanna
get
do
there.
the thing. All right. Is
Do we
everyone
do the thing?
else going with, or are you going to the kitchen? It's up to you.
I will go to the kitchen to look for Lainey and
Gans.
Gans.
Cool.
gonna-
Okay.
back up.
Start just
Howland.
roaming the house, lifting up objects, going, lady.
Yeah, I was
Lady.
shouting.
Hey!
I swear
Where
to
are you?
God, if you say you go to the maze.
I can't go back to no.
Yeah,
you-
Lenny. Yeah, Lenny.
What would you?
I'll go that way.
You're gonna go, buddy. You're gonna go along as well. Okay.
You're coming outside.
Okay. So we'll go with the 2 of you in the kitchen
Yeah.
first, because that'll be quicker.
There's one of the other more rooms.
all right.
Yeah, is it? Oh, I thought it was
There's
outside.
2 of you entering the
2
kitchen.
more rooms.
You see that you see on inspecting the door as you go through it appeared to have been barricaded from the inside. Had like a wooden beam across it, which has now been broken hurriedly. Can you see in the kitchen the bodies of many servants seem to be ripped apart? Just there's blood and gore and entrails all over the floor. can you both make either investigation or survival checks? He's not in there. So the guard that went through isn't in there.
He happily ran through all the bodies.
Yeah, apparently so. I mean, happily, probably not, but ran through most certainly.
He did not frolic.
Just skipped away.
It's nat 1 on my survival check.
Okay.
It's +3 though, so it's a 4.
Okay.
I'm going to do an investigation.
Okay.
That is a 19.
19. All right. So you looking at the bodies here, it appears that these folks have been cut down by weapons, not by werewolves.
Yeah, because all the werewolves were in the room we were in.
It seems like it's a bloody mess in there.
So someone was trying to contain this.
No, somebody was. I know what's
They
going on.
were dead before
Trying
the
to
werewolves.
kill
they just didn't
all
want
the
any-
dragonborn.
Yeah, including the Dragonborn are
They
in there
killed,
as well.
they
There's
killed
at
the
least
staff
2
so they could lock
Dragonborn
everyone
bodies
in
in
that
there.
room with
Oh,
the
okay.
werewolves.
There's
The
also
werewolf thing just a misdirect.
But some like the guards in the room with the werewolves didn't know there was going to be werewolves.
No.
Or they were very good actors.
there's at least 2 bloody trails going from the bodies heading out the back door of the kitchen and outside.
Do we follow the trails?
Lead on. Oh no, I'll lead actually.
No, wait a minute.
I mean, I saw the trails and you were standing on them. But sure, either way, it's good.
I think it's better if I get hit first than you.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Okay, so you two are going to head outside. So as for the rest of you, you're heading to the main hall. Can you turn to map number 6, please?
Just brush up on
Brush the cookie crumbs.
The chessboard.
Cookie.
Full size or
Full size, please.
That's big.
It's a big old unit, this room.
Brucon's
In
taking
all
over.
of the size of this map.
Crumbs.
yeah,
Oh, the cookies to cook here.
Eat the cookie crumbs.
crumb shovel.
This map uses cookies.
No.
I accept.
Get out.
I accept the cookies.
I'm assuming you've already passed me,
It
Fleeting.
looks like you've got ad blocker on.
since
Good for
you're
you.
not-
Brucon is miles ahead. Who's Brucon?
Well, you guys, the Brucon would have been.
Oh, here. There we go.
If this floor is particularly
Where are you?
shiny, will Brucon be able to slow down?
So
depends
you
a bit
guys,
on-
I'm sorry to contradict you guys, but you come in through the side. That's the main entrance over there where Rexland stuff is.
And I
So
have
actually, you
a
guys
hole
come from
for
here.
me.
Sorry, here.
Geography.
Pick a side.
Pick a side, any side.
Is he here? Where is he?
Wherever Bart would like Brucon to be, he's pretty much there.
yeah, with the boots of speed active, Brucon can basically.
This is Rexland.
How long until that charge was?
That's
10 minutes
Oh shit.
of use.
You're just omnipresent
Nice.
carrying in all things.
10 minutes of
much
use
better.
and then a long rest recharges it.
Gonna do it.
Boots of speed are pretty
Aw.
great.
They are pretty awesome.
In a couple of levels, Brucon will be able to like circumnavigate a room on the walls within a couple of seconds.
Hey, are you okay with
He's
this?
gonna, you're gonna do like
1,
some-
2, 3, 4,
Okay.
5.
You're waiting for the
Just
tunnel,
checking.
aren't you?
Not him.
Just run through.
They're all
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
What are you gonna do?
8.
Do a barrel roll.
There's gonna be
They're essentially around him,
Oh no, it's
You're gonna run across
intentional.
but not cutting off his escape.
You go 30 foot back, and it's gonna be like, that was unnecessary, but cool.
Yeah, correct.
Not very well.
It seems like the
Nice.
guards are all around.
Ragtag group of guards. Good thing they're gonna die.
Handlebars.
Okay, so the rest of you in the next room,
Nice.
In
You
the
can
same
see-
room.
in the main hall, you can see down the end there.
Wow.
We're carrying.
Kojira, your head.
Look
You
at
can see
Mal's
that
I know, and it makes more sense.
the Dragonborn's there. He's
Kajira, do you even
appears to be surrounded.
Clearly.
Do you even lift, bro?
Do you even wolf?
This is giving me serious
What
flashbacks to
is
the flesh
Rexland
rallies.
saying?
Yeah.
He's already shouted.
Jar Jar
Brucon.
Binks.
Well, Brucon said you need any help, and he's going,
That would be most appreciated.
Jar Jar.
and he's there just wielding his greatsword. Everyone roll. So everyone apart from you two, because you're on in the room, roll
They're in the
initiative,
vents.
please.
That's more like it.
Yes!
Misa mostly
Yes.
come at night. Mostly.
Sorry.
Misa mostly come at night. Mostly.
No.
Can I have these? Can I have your cards back?
We've lost Marshall. Marshall's gone.
What is today? What is happening?
What is this? Thank you. Okay, so guys, did anyone get 20 or above?
27.
Nice.
That's it. I heard James go, yes, so I assumed that he
I
got
rolled a 1 in the last initiative.
4 figures or whatever.
One for you.
19.
Anyone else 20 or above?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, 20 to 15.
Here.
What'd you get?
15.
15, anyone above that? Okay. 15 to 10.
14.
14. Anyone else?
Chase to the bottom of initiative, eh?
10 to 5.
Oh my god.
Who
What's your dex?
Huh? Oh,
I suspect yes.
I don't think you're particularly dexterous.
Having a 5 off.
But equally, I'm not sure he's that
Oh, hang on,
dexterous
what-
either.
12.
12. Yeah, 10. So you can have that. You've got 5.
Alright. Oh, shit. Yeah. The other one.
They were higher.
No.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Top of the initiative then is is
We know who
what
it
would you
is.
like to do?
Everybody knows who's at the top of the
All
initiative.
better than mine. 20,
Yeah.
25, 30. So they're all just wearing guards uniforms, right?
Yep.
I'm going to yell at them. It's like, who here's working with the werewolves?
leave Rexland alone.
No response. They're just bearing down on him.
Uh,
One turns around. Actually, the one nearest you turns around and just readies his weapon. Doesn't say anything. Intruder!
Dumbass.
Okay.
Did they not just see us in the ballroom?
Some of them
The
did.
banquet.
One of them ran out from the ballroom, but he's.
Gone.
You're not sure if he's in that group or not.
Let's go. I'm going to.
These are also the hired ones, right? The replacements.
Yeah, these are all the
Sure,
replacements.
so they're-
All the replacements.
No
The only ones
werewolves,
left.
so I can use other weapons. So I've got my short sword and my dagger
Yeah.
to attack.
And there's no one else within 5 feet of you, which means you'll definitely get your sneak attack.
Yep. So I roll.
Nothing sneakier than walking across.
Declaring your
ballroom.
presence and then walking across the room.
Skyrim
16 on the
stealth.
dice. So
Yeah, 16 is their armor class, so you'll hit.
Put a bucket on his
Jesus,
head.
go. No, there's a video.
I'm
of those.
13, so
So
I hit.
good.
That was fuck. If that's the
It's
thing
so
that you were sharing in the.
Oh wait, is it the guy that walks like a Skyrim character?
No, better.
Yeah.
Does everything like a Skyrim character.
No, there's another one. I
Oh, right.
Yes, the stealth one.
Stealth is beautiful.
It's
Crunch,
the
crunch,
sideways walk.
crunch, crunch.
To me, is how much crouch walking you do.
Yeah.
And the guy gets killed, and literally the guy standing next to me gets sprayed with warm blood. He's like,
29
must have been the
damage.
wind.
Yeah, he's dead. You cut him down. Describe to us how you destroy this guy.
Fucking hell.
Daggers,
Eviscerate.
daggers piercing.
Yes.
Piercing. So I'm going to slash across with the
So
sword.
good slash.
So
murder
going to
him.
slash with the sword first,
Right, okay.
then going to stab through the neck with the dagger.
Did you have to murder him?
I said, is anyone working with the werewolves? He turned around and drew a weapon at me.
I mean, you already had the weapon drawn, but yeah.
It is kind of an affirmative, isn't it?
Yeah.
He might have
And
thought.
then-
You're suggesting that
And
Kojiro
then-
is the person of peace,
Bonus
who's
action.
responsible for
no,
this
no,
scenario.
no,
I have
to
plus
hit, so I
murder.
can-
Oh, okay.
I can only fuck off 5 feet.
You may not have needed that, but that's fine.
Maybe.
Okay, next. Oh, it's the guards. Okay, so
Oh shit.
4 of them, no, in fact, 5 of them, the 5 nearest are all going to go for Seth. The other 2 are going to go for Rexland.
Okay,
In a break off.
Something a little
Go for
bit
Jesus
the new.
like,
Christ.
a little bit like
Are you
the-
realizing what's
like a
happening?
bodyguard.
You're being attacked by 5 guards.
It's fine. I have backup coming eventually.
Will you survive?
Oh lordy.
Like, you're having a conversation.
They
it's
only
just
get
like, do
1
you-
attack each, so
Can you
we'll
even?
see what happens.
Because I
I
can't
mean,
even.
given,
Can I even block?
I mean, given that he
Can you
basically,
even?
I mean, he liquefied one in 1 hit just now. I'm not convinced this guy
Best of those rolls is going to be 15. So that misses, right? Okay, and now the last 2 of those 5.
That's not coming back up.
19 on the dice, so one of them will hit because that'll be 22.
Which one?
21. 22. I'll let you know. The one actually with the one that's bald and has no shield. The one in the engineer's
Tan.
Got it.
suit. He's gonna hit you.
He's
He's gonna stab you with his spear. You take
Stab you with his fist.
3
apparently.
points of piercing damage with the spear that he definitely has. That's definitely a thing.
He's a Terminator. He's just turned his hand into one.
3 points reduced to. Oh, that's
Three,
just-
reduced to
that's
3
just
because
that's
you're
just
not raging.
That's
Or
fine.
yeah. All right. The other two.
Hissed.
The other two are going to go for Rexline.
You're welcome, Rexland.
Oh, that's
A natural 20 and a 19. So those are two hits.
You're welcome, Rexland.
Rexland's going to
I
take
took
some.
the heavy hitters.
Meaning Rexland from these 2 hits takes 8, 9, 12 points of damage.
Now, a wonderful handbag.
Like, and a belt to go with it.
Yeah, he's still up, but he's looking quite ropey now. Rexline looks like he's taken a few hits already. He's still there. Next in the initiative is Kujira.
She
Let's get some battle,
grabs
get
the
some battle
werewolf
music on the go. Okay.
and slams it on the ground in anger.
killing it instantly.
Just up to the side. She's going for it.
And if you actually want to slam it to hurt it, that would be an action. But I'll just say you
No,
can
no,
drop
it's,
it.
it's a dramatic.
Yeah, I thought so. I just wanted to check.
Just go. Enough. Basically.
It's like when you're done with squats and you're just like.
Yeah. I mean, she's not really gonna reach them. Basically, grabs
wanna
her
move
axe
closer
and
first?
starts.
I don't know
Enough
if you
with
know, but I
this.
did over 1,000.
I have quads for days.
It's worth noting that your range
So,
will have faded
You
by
get
now.
there. You get
I
there.
can hear. Okay, fine.
Yes, that's a good point.
Yeah, that was her
Do you,
first.
do you have any other weapons?
Yeah, I took my
Great axe out.
great axe out.
I was
ready.
If you've got any like hand axes, you could throw me.
Oh,
Or a javelin.
no.
You might have
Oh,
javelins,
oh,
perhaps.
See, I don't even know. I just know how to
Frenzy barbarian,
smash.
right?
Triple throws javelins.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
point of
Equipment,
exhaustion.
give me just a few seconds.
if it's a standard build, you should have it. But
But
you're going to bonus
can
action
I throw
rage.
a hand axe?
Yes.
Yeah.
But how many actions do I have? I still have 2 actions.
Well, no,
No,
you don't have
one
actions. You have 1 action.
Okay.
But if you attack, you get 2 attacks plus a bonus if you
Yeah.
frenzy attack. Right?
Okay.
You can only draw
Frenzy.
one weapon.
Yeah, you can only. I mean,
I can
Yeah.
rage as a bonus. Again.
yes, if you want to.
I'm gonna rage.
Rage is your bonus, and then you're going to throw an axe or anything.
Oh,
Or you
yeah,
get-
yeah, yeah. I have. Can I throw a hand axe?
Yep, you can throw a hand axe.
I'm gonna throw a hand axe at this guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make it an
Like
attack
basically
roll.
charged
I'll
in.
say when you're throwing a weapon, you do it in the same way as like pulling out is part of the action, like with an arrow, so
nice.
that you can do multiple just to make it easier.
Yeah,
That is 19.
yeah, that's what the loading property is for. Is
Yeah,
just-
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
19?
19 hits. Yeah. You get past the shield.
That's.
It's a D6 dice.
Oh,
you use for
D6.
that dice.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. You could throw your great axe, but it won't be as easy to throw.
Even if it doesn't cut him, it just takes
just
him
so
down.
angry. There's just
clatters
Takes
to the
out
floor.
these 3 and Rexline.
It just goes.
It's boomerang. Yeah, that's right. That doesn't defy physics at all.
That is. Wait, 6 plus strength. No, plus 2 the rage thing, so 8.
8 points of damage. God, he's still up, but he's like now got an axe to go. He's-
I want to throw him like side of the chest.
You're too used to Agzar's Scorcher of 60 foot. It's like, yeah, I throw the great axe 60 foot. It hits everyone in that path.
And the 2 kingdoms behind them.
All right, do you have any more to throw? Because you got a second attack.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for reminding
Finish him.
That misses. That's 10.
You're like, "Ah!"
Well, 10.
Nope.
No.
Clatters to the floor. Actually, no. He pulls up his shield and stuff. Nothing. All right. Okay, that's your turn. Next, Brucon.
Brucon does 3, maybe 4 laps of the ballroom, and then
Oh, it's like the Quicksilver
and
scene.
then winds up like literally. I can pick him up and just put him wherever the fuck I want.
Flanking advantage on that guy.
Yeah, but before launching an attack, talk as a free action.
Yep.
Brucon sort of pops up behind the guy and goes, "Boys, I don't know if you're seeing what's happening over there, but this is not your fight. I strongly advise you to back down."
Okay.
Any response?
All
I'm
right.
happy to make a.
Persuasion check.
Yeah, I thought you meant.
What's your total movement?
Actually,
60, I think.
persuasion or intimidation, your choice.
No, it would be 80. It's 160 if he's dashing. It's 80 if he's making a regular move. Persuasion.
Or intimidation. I'll
I'm definitely going to go with.
feet a second.
Yes.
Boots of haste.
Boots of speed are
Boots of
insanely
speed
good.
plus monk with speed.
Can't you also spend a key point to dash
Yes.
on a bonus action?
Yes, he can.
So you can move 270 feet.
Correct. Yes.
That's why he's the right person to wear the boots of speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair
fair
right.
enough, fair.
Persuasion.
Well
That's
played,
this
well
is 20. Not natural, but
Hits.
20.
Oh, sorry. That's a persuasion.
Yeah.
It does hit.
Yeah.
It does register.
It hits their emotional centre.
You see their eyes widen a bit, kind of looking at you and looking at the rest of the group about to enter the room, the two next to you.
And Brucon sees them respond and goes, I strongly advise you stand down. And that goes to the rest of you as well. You won't be harmed if you back down now.
The rest of them don't seem to respond.
the
The other 5 don't seem to respond
Right.
at this time, but those 2 certainly have paid attention to you.
Okay, I will ready an action as the remainers of only move. Are we okay with the negotiation as a free action or?
Yeah.
So Brucon's remaining action is to ready an action. If either of those guys makes any attack against Rexlin, he'll immediately burn a key point and flurry of blows them.
Nice. Okay, cool. Let's do that. All right. Next
Just
in the
3
initiative.
swift Rochambeaus
Fleeting look.
as soon as they move.
You need to make a con save for me, please.
What's are there windows in this room?
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yes, there are big windows flanking the door at the end there. They rise about 10 feet up, just like the first room.
Are they curtained?
Just like the bank.
And we came in. Was it a straight shot from the previous room?
Yes, you have luck.
Yes.
So the moon will be
Coming streaming through the front, through that way, down all the way to here. There are windows here up on the second level as well. But the moon is to the north. Is at the end of the table.
Yeah.
Where all the snacks are. The snacks illuminate the sky.
17.
17. You feel
Bathe in the moon's
you feel
sugary
this
light.
bestial, animalistic force coming over you, but you manage to quell it for now. So you can continue with your turn, no problem.
Just
Cover from.
Mention something to your teammates.
Yeah, that sounds like something Fleeting Look would totally do.
Fuck, you're the guy that's bitten by a zombie and doesn't tell anyone.
Yep.
Everybody knows I've been bitten.
No, we don't.
No.
Well, I mean, they might have seen something in the combat, but they don't know if it's had an effect.
Everyone's
'cause-
been bitten, is the thing.
Oh.
Yeah, that's.
Do I know that I'm a werewolf?
You know that there's something not right. You're feeling a bit peaky. You're feeling a bit peaky.
That doesn't answer my question.
You don't know you're a werewolf.
I always know something's
No,
not quite right.
you don't know you're a werewolf. No.
Make an intelligence check to see if you can put 2 and 2 together.
Thanks for tuning in, Muwan, and yeah,
Bit
please
me,
tune
I
in next
started
time.
feeling weird.
I will attack the little fella. Yeah.
Attack. The one who's currently got a hand axe inside of him and a hand axe on his shield. He's just and then sees this tiefling coming up.
Someone throw a ball at Fleeting and see if he has this urge to catch it in his teeth.
Cool. Bonus action. And all that.
Throw a frisbee at me.
Wow. All not.
Crash
15.
Is there like a dog whistle
misses,
that would cheer him
unfortunately.
on?
He again blocks with the shield as you swing in, sees you come in. Fear?
So, how much?
No, he misses.
Oh, is it?
How much?
Wow.
How much?
How much?
Ding,
How
ding,
much?
ding, ding, ding,
Rob,
Give damage.
Come at me, bro.
Give damage.
In your bonus action, hunt.
I give you
Alright.
nice price.
Right here.
Right. 6. Malak.
Put my guy down on the floor, thank you, Marshall. Take him off my head.
But gently or?
Not. Probably with a little, slightly more regard than the way you just handled him. Just sort of.
Yeah.
Put him
You
down.
don't go with a full slam dunk.
Are you telling him to sit?
Wasn't that the fate dice for this episode?
I put him down.
It was, yeah.
He's still
Powerbomb.
blind and bleeding from the mouth.
And I. No, really. Come on. Gesticulate in this direction, and I need everybody. These 3 guys, these 2 guys, and Seth to give me a charisma saving throw, please. DC 14.
An opportunity to
All
inflict.
5 of those guys.
Yes.
Yep. Plus Seth.
Plus
Charisma saving throw. What's the DC?
14.
Oops, that's out of the box.
Now that could. Oh.
Can't Elven
It's not
accuracy
just
that.
me. It's not just me.
Okay, working
not
from
just
the
me.
left.
This is when we find out
Succeed.
it's so true.
See,
Fail.
Every spellcaster, it's only Wilbur that needs to be now on
And the
Seth's-
other 2
Seth's
also
shit
fail.
list.
So all fail apart from the tricorn hat.
But we're half.
Everybody that failed is now suddenly indifferent to who they were fighting before. As I
Oh
thought,
Calm emotions.
It's the best spell because it has the exact opposite effect on the player character as it does on the character that you're playing.
But Kajura is still angry and just better than
The dichotomy
How do I
of
feel
calm
about them
emotions.
now?
you are indifferent.
And if they attack me?
You are indifferent. I think you're indifferent.
Do they have to make the save again at the beginning of their turns? Is that a thing, or is it just they're done now while you
No,
concentrate?
they're done. I've got a minute of this.
Non-concentration or concentration?
No, it's concentration.
Okay, cool.
If they take damage, they lose it?
That's not what it says on the app. I'll check in the book.
I think that sounds familiar, or they get to retake the save, one of the two.
Yeah.
But if you can guys don't mind looking that up. Or I'd say
Okay,
Mallard
stab
probably
in the
should have he
chest.
did it.
The difference is if the target is attacked or harmed by a spell, or if it witnesses any of its friends being harmed.
If it's attacked
See,
or
what
harmed by
happens?
attacked as in weapon attack or spell attack, or just has.
If it
magic,
takes any
yeah.
kind of harm or sees harm happening to
I
its
might have to
friends,
fuck this up.
Then okay.
You can
All
fuck
right.
these
Lovely
guys.
job.
Well, hang on, but I don't know
if they see
if it's harmed by a spell.
or attack.
If the target is
Is it
attacked
attacked
or
or
harmed
harmed?
Do I
Yeah.
see this?
by a spell.
You see me.
So
Is
you
it
can
attacked,
cast
comma, or attacked
non-harming
and
spells.
I do not actually.
Do I see them stop fighting?
You do see them in this instance, just kind of their arms kind of drop down.
The
Apart from
wording
one,
isn't great on that spell, but
So this guy's
they are
still-
very sensible.
That guy has dropped his arms. They've all dropped apart from this one.
they're basically relaxed. They're not, they're not at a stance. They drop to a neutral standing position. Apart from that,
They've
one.
just said, "Oh, it must have been the wind."
Yeah.
But they have
the
to
guy,
move
the
it.
guy with the axe.
He's going to hurt himself.
I'm not rolling to attack, so it should be fine.
Guy,
Yeah.
it's a strong wind we're having with an axe in his chest.
So we can still attack them. We just have to make sure they don't see.
Yeah.
He's just gonna come over. It's like, close your eyes.
They're currently
guys."
stand-
Look this way. Look this way.
They're currently standing, looking at Brucon, just running around and going, "He's going to hurt himself. If he does, I won't help him."
So it's everybody but what, these two?
Just the one on the end with the hat.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So next up,
That's his turn.
Where's Gant with his blindness?
he's not. That just sounded all kinds of wrong. Okay.
We're very respectful of the differently abled on this channel. I just want to make that absolutely clear.
Yes, indeed, indeed.
I was
If you're listening
We
to my
don't. We
podcast-
do not, for example, view blind people as a resource to be exploited.
I mean,
Or a condition we get advantage against.
He turned.
Collectively, we don't.
So it's now Rexline. He turns to the two that you've just been talking to, the wide-eyed pair of guards there, and he said,
If you don't leave within the next 6 seconds, I'll be forced to use this great sword upon you with my friends here.
he makes an intimidation roll, and he's terrible at it. He does a 7, and they just kind of. But looks back at you.
Yeah, it's like, meanwhile, this guy here, this guy,
Yeah.
he's the
Yeah,
real
weighing up the
fuck the
options.
giant, fuck the extremely tall dragon dude.
It's,
It's the
uh,
midget in a suit that I'm really
this-
worried
I'm
about.
picturing
These
very
two
anime,
restrained
they're
here.
like, then behind them, this black shadow just rises up.
What's going on?
The
He
straight
couldn't hear.
guys are trying to bust out.
This one manages to get across over to here, breaks through their bonds, and goes to try and help this
Yeah,
one.
He's got his muzzle.
Yeah, but they've got claws and stuff as well. They managed to like scratch it.
I was hoping it'd be like a worm.
Oh yeah, it crawls. It definitely crawls across. Like it's struggling. There's still some rope attached to it.
Run,
It's managed to get
you
enough
damn
off to get
Master
an
J.
arm free, and it's now going to try and
A werewolf.
it's using that action to try and rip off the rope over the other one. That's their turn. Top of the round, Seth. Go. There's one still.
Looking aggressive, this
You're
one here.
extremely.
What do I do?
You are indifferent to everybody around you.
Am I allowed to murder?
You are indifferent to the people around you.
Not aggressive. So
You have no.
So
you could walk away.
Just like,
You
whatever.
have no strong feelings.
Although I would recommend
you're-
disengaging because one
Here's-
can still attack you.
Here's the critical question: how much of a sociopath is Seth?
Yeah, what's left if he doesn't have aggression?
Well, it depends on what his motivation was for attacking people.
okay, so
Without my list, I am
I
nothing.
don't really know what this. So I get I'm indifferent, but I don't know if that means I'm still allowed to.
You're not hostile anymore, so
You're not
I would say
hostile.
attacking would be ill-advised, at least against to everyone around you. Yeah, so no, I wouldn't.
If you're
You can't
walking through
attack.
town on a normal day, would you stab people?
Yes.
Yes, he would.
Please answer that correctly.
If they're evil.
But as far as you're aware, they're just normal people.
Don't get the
maths
sadness.
and psychology.
Disengage.
We touch on so many bases. Disengage, yep, move out of the way, walking away.
Do you see?
Next week
I'm
on Slice and
gonna-
Dice, the party
I'm gonna
face
go
the
say hello
fearsome
to Mala.
algebra monster.
Do you see anything?
I see the werewolves. I'm just gonna go
What's
say
our
hello
morals?
to Mala. So, hey, are we nearly done?
And I just
This turns into an episode of
Malal
The Good
just
Place.
pat Steph on the head. Oh, nearly, friend.
I missed my hat.
Calm Emotions
Yes.
pairs Seth back to his
Yeah.
like, the most core element of his being, which is, I want my hat.
It's core
Inspiration.
program.
Take that inspiration.
Worst bit is calm emotions. He's indifferent
All
about
right.
his hat.
Yeah.
He can't even look.
He can't feel.
I feel nothing.
I feel nothing. Nothing. All right. Okay. That's your turn. So next up,
Guards.
Guards.
I'm gonna sheath my weapons. So I'm indifferent. So
Oh
I'm
yeah.
around.
Yeah. There's only so the two by you guys. No. Okay, and they just drop their arms to the floor and they just
They drop
run
their
right
arm?
out the front
Okay.
door.
Damn.
They're
Wow,
now armless.
blazing.
They're now armless and outside.
How do I go the other way?
This is when we
Like-
want nearest to
Yeah,
fireballs.
I know, I get you.
Monty Python.
They're booking out of dodge.
Yeah, they are. There they are. And this one's like, what are you doing? They're the enemy. We're supposed to stop them. Oh, for fuck! And he runs off as well. And the rest of them are just like, no, it's kind of.
Someone stop one of them so we can find if they're the bad guys.
Stop, we got
Never
four
got
here.
a-
Well, I think 4 aren't going anywhere.
What? The rest kind of start congregating and go, how many hours of your shift you got left? Oh, a few hours.
Can
I used to be an adventurer.
I used to be an adventurer until I took an arrow in the knee.
Can I shout something at Fleeting?
Yeah.
Mr. Fleeting, remedy that situation. Don't hurt them. We need one to question. And I would like to turn and sit on the one that has come over to try and break his bonds.
Okay.
Let you just sit on him.
Okay. So I'll say this would make this a grapple check, but you have advantage
You're going to
because
drop
they're
the people's
prone.
elbow following the
yeah,
wrestling
'cause we're
subplot.
not
I'm
in
just going to
initiative
drop my
anymore,
ass
are
on
we?
his back.
I'm going to say at this point, no. After this
not.
roll, depending on what happens.
16.
16. Yeah, you got it. You got it.
You're
Okay.
a
Yeah, you're no
Manylands
longer in initiative.
Elephant
Okay.
rides you.
But bear in mind that spell only lasts for a minute, so
For a
you've only
minute.
got
Can
you've got
someone
very short amount of time.
charismatic try and ask
So,
them?
That's someone else.
so,
It's because we're outside the
So you're currently out of
Are they all
initiative.
humans?
yeah.
They are
so,
all human, or
I-
humanoids at least.
Miss,
They all
I
speak
would-
common. They're they're
Yeah, I-
dwarves.
Miss, if you could restrain
These
one, I
guys
would
are most
appreciate
are
that.
human.
Okay.
And
So-
there's,
yeah,
there's
so
one
this is
half.
no.
Firing skills.
she's about to go pull her axe out of this guy.
Hey, buddy, it's okay.
It's
That
okay.
might be helping.
Yeah. So she comes over and I don't like. We need rope over here. Hey, you dwarf.
Yeah. Brooke on.
And meantime she like
Over.
she basically grabs sits the werewolf up but like keeps hold of him.
Particularly given the setting, all I can think of is in Futurama when Fry drinks 100 cups of
Yeah.
coffee and just sort of very calmly.
The werewolf that's like fully cut
Yeah.
up.
But the beauty of
I'm
this
just
situation
casually going to
is
sit on it
we're
and
moving so
I'm
fast,
going to start
come
looking
over.
up to the sky and
Try
go,
this
why
one,
did I come to
tie
that?
up the other four.
Yeah.
I missed
And
the sea.
Basically, I'm
Which
gonna
one
shoo him off. He's like, get off, werewolf! I'm working.
No,
He ties him up.
I'm fine.
You're indifferent, so I guess you just like kind of get up. And, like,
Yeah. So I start retying the bonds
yep.
on the werewolves, both of them. Just
Okay.
checking.
Yeah, just make one sleight of hand check. We'll just combine that for,
That's
for
really
both.
good, right? Yeah, that's not great.
Is
Let
that
me
a
just
one?
double. No, it's a 4.
As you go to so as you go to tie up one of them,
It might be a 5.
you get the first one tied up. The second one, the one that
a 5.
the one that Mal's not sitting on, lashes out as you try to tie it up. I think a 13 will miss though. Right? It tries to bite you, and
Do I see
you manage to
this?
get out of the way of that.
Can I punch it?
Yeah!
Can I punch it?
Back.
You can punch it. Yeah, you can. Take a roll.
I just want to I guess I have advantage.
Obviously, punching it won't do any damage.
No, but
yeah.
I just want to.
Yeah, you have advantage.
It's like I roll up a newspaper if I had one.
Swat it. Yeah.
Does anyone?
Teacher.
Does it?
That's 21.
21 hits. Yep. Go ahead. You punch it.
Do they see this
And
werewolf being
keep
punched?
working.
They're current. Ooh, good question.
Do they wake up because they see an ally getting hurt?
Do they know that? Are they allies?
The werewolves are not. The werewolves aren't allies. So
Oh,
Yeah.
so they're not working with the werewolves. That was something.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
narrowed
Okay,
that
so
down.
she's like.
That's good.
but they do see it happen, and they're like, The werewolves, huh?
I turn to
I
Mallard.
hear that's a problem in the grow flies. They sometimes move.
I turn to Mallard. I'm like, Mallard, one of
You cross
my
the streams,
exes
bro.
is in one of the
Never cross the
gods.
streams.
I like my exes.
Oh, well, I'll let Mr. Brugon and Mr. Fleeting tie this party up, and you can retrieve your axe in a minute, my dear.
Are you shooing them out, or what are you doing with these guys?
I'm asking Brugon and Fleeting to tie these guys up. Well, I sit on this
You're gonna tie them all up.
Well,
all
they're
right,
nice
interesting.
now.
He is quick as fuck.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, 13
Although-
feet a second.
Although as soon as you start tying the first one, that's gonna be a hostile action. So
Yeah.
that would take a lot.
And bearing in mind that he's like 4
What
feet
about
tall.
if you ask them?
Not causing harm.
Can you not ask them?
I would suggest it's a hostile action. Like being tied up is not something you voluntarily,
restrained.
being indifferent that you'd allow to happen.
They're safe.
We don't know their
4'6".
lifestyle.
Like,
Yeah.
unless they're into that, but in most circumstances, when somebody's trying to tie you up, you resist.
Roll a kink check.
Next week you're the DM, and then you can make that call. All right.
Welcome to
So
Dungeons
yeah, if
and
you want to
Dragons.
tie them up, they
Natural
will have
20
they will be
is
able to
fine.
react if you try and tie them up in this situation. Okay. So you can try and shoo them out of the room.
Well,
You guys do you.
and let
It
them
sounds
leave,
like
but,
this is
like-
gonna trigger
She-
whatever we do.
She scoffs at Mallard and basically gets up. It's like, "Ugh, fine." And she walks over, basically,
Yeah.
and because she doesn't give a
But
shit.
for the viewers at home, you can't see this, but we're still fully into the battle
Listen,
map.
it's all about you.
100%.
It's all about spatial geography.
Yeah, exactly. Goes up to the guy with her axe in him, grabs it, and push kicks him off of it, and shoves him to the ground. If you allow it, I should roll for it.
Yeah, that happens.
It's a medicine check.
You roll for it, yeah.
It's a medicine check. That's 14.
You beat his athletics, so you push him to the ground. The rest of them saw that, and they're suddenly like snap back into existence with their
Snap back
arms.
to reality.
Snap back to reality, but
Oh,
then
there goes Rabbit.
and then like the four
They
of them
all
kind of
fall over.
look amongst them and look around at all of you and go, honestly, this isn't our fight. We're done. And they just drop their arms. Again, their weapons, not their actual arms.
You are not going anywhere.
It's just that because you use Lego, they could drop their
Yeah,
arms.
yeah.
Well,
Role playing.
I'm going to check with Rexan. I'm going to Rexan, are you okay?
Yes, Master Chef, I'm fine.
You did a good job protecting the
So I think Lego
doppelganger.
D&D.
Oh,
Is that
it's fine.
Lego D&D.
The musicians were leaving, and I asked the dwarf in the party to look after the doppelganger while I came in here.
What?
Well, I heard the call from Mr. Fleeting and the signal, so I decided I had to come in. But I know we wanted a guard of the doppelganger, and there was these 5 musicians who were just coming out, and I asked them to watch it.
Roll initiative.
Well, that's it.
How far is the carriage from here?
Oh, it's in the stable. It's not too far from here.
Brucon goes right on it and
Double dash.
and zips away. Yeah.
Okay, so when you get
I'm going to try and I'm going to come along with him.
okay, so you'll get the
He's
first.
going to get there.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
Yeah,
going to
when we
get
say
there 4
with,
horses
yeah.
before me.
Okay, so you get there, and the carriage has been stowed away to one side of the stable. The horses have been pitched up inside it, and you see a familiar dwarven figure sitting on top of the carriage, on top of the chest. Ah, Uncle! It's been a long time. Well, it's been a day, anyway. How you doing? All right?
Quick time out.
Yeah.
Is this referencing a thing that Bart was not him?
Yes. You saw him yesterday at the
Just gambling.
gambling in Heroes Landing, so you met him there.
Right.
And you figured
And
that
the
he's
him
with the
is-
band.
Rudy.
Rudy.
Oh, it's Rudy.
the Roadie.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's why I was like.
Oh, yeah, Rudy the Roadie.
yeah.
No, I do remember Rudy the Roadie being a thing.
The dwarf with the band. Oh no.
That's why everyone else was like, no.
Keep the conversation going. I can't get there for a while. You're much
Right.
too fast.
Yeah. Okay. So he sat on top of the he sat on
He
the
is.
driver's position.
No, he sat on top of the luggage because
right.
it's like that you've got rope around the chest. There's also the chains which secure everything in place, and he's sitting
Yeah.
on top of that, and there's the statue there as well.
Okay. Brucon goes. Okay, Rudy. I don't really have time to get into this in too much depth right now. all kinds of very strange, bloody goings on. We'll deal with that. But now, a very important question to ask you. Since you've been put in charge of this carriage, has anything happened to any part of it?
Well, I mean, it was trying to talk to me, but it's not the voice I recognise, so I figured, well, the Dragonborn said not to listen to anything it said, so that's what I'm doing. I thought I'd wait here until he gets back. Those were my instructions. He promised payment, so...
Rudy, I think this might be a first. You've successfully done something that you were told to do.
Well, you know, I've turned a real new leaf in my new responsibilities, being a roadie. Did I mention I'm a roadie now?
Yes, I'd heard about that. It's a task to which I think you're eminently suited, I must say.
Thank you kindly.
I finally catch up and get there and just sort of go straight to the
I remember you, Seth, wasn't it, from the gambling table with the dice and that? Yeah. And then your friend fought him. Yeah.
Good catch up. Is the box okay?
Yeah. I think there's someone in there.
I'm gonna knock on it and go, hello?
What's up?
Okay.
Well, this is weird.
Shouldn't I be role-playing the doppelganger? Stop.
No.
Alright.
Hold on.
Multiple
I'm just
voices.
gonna go and say, okay.
I believe I have it.
You then hear, oh.
No, I don't think
It's mimicking other voices.
What?
Okay. Alright, cool.
You kept it. Nice.
So, okay, Rudy, you stay here while we finish with the werewolves and stuff.
That's what that howling was. Right, I thought so. Yeah, I'll stay out here.
That's a good idea.
There.
He didn't react enough. Insight check that.
Alright.
He did not react to werewolves.
Too dumb.
He's probably drunk right now.
Yeah, he's not. Reacting to werewolves requires...
16.
He's swaying a little bit while he's sitting on there.
It's like, oh, we're just going to finish doing off the werewolves. Cool. And it's like, yeah,
Completely
it's not-
unfazed. Like,
Yeah.
what is happening?
It's not cool.
Alright.
Does Brucon clock his... I mean, actually, do you know what? Brucon knows him well enough to just assume he's half cut.
I'm going to get a head start back before Brucon. And I'm not going to get there first.
Well, I don't want to burn through it entirely because you never know, and at this stage it's a little bit redundant. However, I do still need to go back and retrieve my short sword from the ballroom. But
Are you doing that? Or?
Well,
what's the approximate distance between where Brucon is right now and the ballroom?
If you go through the window, it's pretty close.
If I don't,
It would take you more than one dash thing to get through there because you have to go all the way through the bank.
so you're saying it's more than
one turn.
more than 240 feet.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a whole 12 seconds.
I'm going to take the long way back.
As Seth is going, Brucon goes, Seth, I'm gonna stay here just to belt and braces with Rudy here. But would you mind getting my short sword from the ballroom? It in the moment with the chandelier, it sort of
No
abandoned
problem.
me.
I'll go grab that because we'll need it if there's any more.
Okay. And then, as the equivalent of a bonus action, but we're not in combat times or whatever, but Brucon will click his heels and deactivate the boots of speed.
And just like some steam just wafts from it.
Yeah, and go,
You pass us as you're going back.
I've only just sort of got it.
So what if it looks like you're heading back through that
what do we reckon on the left?
Mr. Seth, would you mind getting
roughly
Mr. Howland
about
and
4
Mr.
minutes.
Leodrin?
Sure.
And in the meantime, because you're just grabs her in the racks.
I'm gonna go back. So he's asked me to go grab Leo and Howland to get them back here. When I come through to the main ballroom that we were fighting in, is there anyone in there at all?
There's the two hiding under the table.
Two hiding on the table. Cool. I'm gonna go grab Bart's short sword, Brucon's short sword, and the table that they're hiding under. Is there any wine left?
On the table, yes.
Yeah, the wine that they drank in Wales. I'm gonna empty out 2 full water skins. And
There's only enough for 1 water skin.
Cool.
Because most of it was distributed in glasses. No, it was mostly distributed in the glasses.
That is thinking with portals.
I'm going to empty out a whole.
This is thinking with
skin.
Excellent attention to
I'm gonna fill it
detail.
up with the werewolf wine.
Well, yeah, but then
Okay.
didn't just leave
1
it.
water skin full of werewolf wine.
And then that could be a look.
It's pour to the floor. No,
And then
It's
I'm
better
gonna
than-
go
it's better than
grab-
leaving
I'm
it
gonna
lying
head towards
around.
the kitchen and sell Leo and Howard. We fought.
We're going out the back.
I was going to say they'll be
Oh,
gone.
they're gone. Cool. I will attempt to carry on after them.
Okay, so you two, outside, you see, it's with your dark vision, you'll have to lead with this, following the track. Make a survival check for
The sound of duck fishing.
Oh, sorry, no, you've already found the tracks, so
Yeah,
I'll say
yeah,
it's
yeah.
fine, it's fine. You don't need to roll again. So you can see the tracks, if you start following them with Howland, they seem to be heading back past the main hall, down a track towards, it looks like towards the gardens area.
I have 10 torches.
You can light one if you
Can I
want.
just light one of those?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, okay. You head across, and you see you come to a crossroads, and you can see that these footprints seem to be leading into the dovecote, which is just opposite the ballroom.
Ooh.
The butler was a dove?
Or alternatively,
Seth,
The
you
dove
will,
was a butler.
you'll be able to catch up with these two because you'll see
yeah.
see the torchlight, and you'll be a bit behind. But as you're a row, you can run up and catch up with them by about this point when they get to the dovecote.
Cool. I'll catch up to them. Like, we found some more guards inside. They don't seem to know anything about the werewolf stuff, but we fought a couple, but they've all run off. Did you find anything from the kitchen?
Yes, they have now all left. Yeah.
What?
The guards, they dropped their arms
So
and they
No,
started
this
heading
guy's
out.
on the ground.
They-
Well, yeah, you knocked him down, then he got up and like
But we
surrendered,
didn't
and
get a
then they
chance
left.
to-
You can. I'll say.
You didn't tell us they left.
I'll say you can stop
I
that one.
was gonna,
But I did say that they all drop their arms and start heading out.
One
But
is all
I'll
we
say
need.
that you can keep
I
that
was
one.
gonna
Okay.
step on him.
Okay, you can keep that one. That's okay. Just
Step
don't.
on
Let's not. Let's
Information.
don't anger the barbarian.
You're stood on the ground, sat on.
you can keep him, but you have to wash and feed him.
Yeah,
Like, you've got
clean up after
responsibility for this.
I suggest a new strategy. Let the barbarian win.
I only heard the arms drop.
Yeah,
I thought they were
you
like,
didn't say
they
it.
gave up.
They surrendered.
Not like we run away.
You know, I mean,
We've got a guy. That's all we need.
Yeah.
sometimes implication. It's fine. Carry on.
It's all good.
So I catch up to them. What did you find from the kitchen?
Tracks going into the
Here.
dovecote in here. The dovecote, the building that's here.
Did you see Laney, oh my lord?
No, and I've done a lap of the building with Brucon. We haven't seen them anywhere around if they're still in the building. There's a lot of rooms that we haven't checked upstairs, but in the downstairs we couldn't find them at all.
Alright. The bloody tracks.
Yes.
One set of tracks, many sets of tracks. Big,
It's-
small.
It seems to be one that's heading into the dovecote. The other set of tracks seems to loop round, heading towards the water feature at the front and into the ballroom.
Could we make out what the prints were?
Yeah.
Shoes or foot?
Shoes.
Okay.
Some going that way. But into the dovecote, do you want to join us?
Should we get the others
I mean,
Clap, 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 clap.
in case there's?
you're fine.
New character idea: a metronome.
If
A metro.
If you want to go now, I'm on board.
Let's get before they get away or something.
Okay.
They might ride a giant
Your
gun out of
subclass
here.
of gnome.
It's a city now.
Some idiots trying to bag as much XP as they can. You.
No, I said go back and get you.
So you're going to head through the ballroom, right? To go get the rest, or what?
No, they said they want to check before we in case we lose them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heading to the dovecote, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah.
I could go after the others.
You're the tough one.
Yeah.
Let's keep you.
Oh, sorry, I thought Seth was with you, sorry.
Can we?
He's
how
not
big's
the
the
tough
building?
one.
How big's the building?
It's roughly about 30 feet wide.
How many entrances
Same.
can we see?
Just the one. Just the one door. There's obviously little inlets where doves come in the roof. Hence a dovecote.
I think if a couple of us stay here and watch the entrance, make sure no one leaves. One goes and gets the others.
Oh,
In case there's a lot of people.
Oh, you're being
Well,
serious.
the other tracks, the person who's going down there could just escape.
Should we just go in? You want to go?
Could the two of you handle it?
I've got a lot of health left.
And he's Leobrin.
The one-hit wonder.
One hitter quitter.
Is there any ways that we can look in from?
He's the best
in this
speed
building?
bump in
There's
the
no
party.
obvious windows to this building, unfortunately.
Okay.
It's just we lost so many things in the
Unless you
lead-up to this
could
investigation.
climb up and peek through the holes of the doves,
Leo,
possibly.
What about
You
the
stay behind
scrolls
me.
on the ground?
If you hear
Okay.
my ring go danger, danger, that we're
Where's
going
the
to die.
guy?
He's under
Run.
the table. The scrolls are still in the room.
They're
They're,
still in the room.
they're
okay.
not magical scrolls,
Yeah, but
from what you can tell. But
informational
Well, that's
scrolls.
perhaps
We took on like a horde of
Scrolls containing writing.
And right
could
now
be
there's only-
empty.
Yeah.
It could be
Well,
empty.
Could be
Scrolls.
just
Whoever's in here
parchment.
matches the
Parchment
people in the
with a
kitchen.
seal.
They were only workers. They were only kitchener.
Still killed them all.
This other person. Yeah. Let's look. We'll look inside. Fine.
Right, can we stealth to the door?
Sure. Make stealth checks, please.
Yes, scrolls.
How do they use stealth?
Scroll guy is somebody to talk
It would be with disadvantage.
Yes,
if I am.
yes,
to.
it is.
Scroll guy is somebody to talk to.
Not too bad.
That's not so bad. It's 11.
11. All right.
27.
Right.
10.
10. Seth opens the door, and it seems to make no noise at all. Moves in. The rest of you come in behind him. You're going inside with your dark vision. There's no lights lit in here, but it appears that there's nobody in the room that you tell. In the centre of the dovecote, there is one very wide column. It looks maybe 5 to 10 feet wide. That's in the centre of the dovecote. The rest of the room, there's a table to one side with a chair, very simple wooden kind of. Seen better days. There is an open letter on the table.
We went past the dovecote
Make
and we
a
never
perception
went in.
check to see if, like,
Yeah, make a perception check. Go for
just
it.
anyone hidden or anything like that.
Walk around the pillar.
Can I do a perception check?
16.
You can all do perception checks if you'd like. 16. All right. So you find the trail again, but it appears to stop abruptly at the. It stops abruptly around the floor to one side of the main entrance to the dovecote.
What's the floor? Is it wooden?
The stone floor.
Stone floor. With my dagger, like right where it stops.
15 is what you needed to. You guys don't get any information extra to that.
Where it stops, can I just get my dagger out and sort of try and? I'm assuming it's like stone patchwork floor. So checking in between the
Yes,
cracks
to look for grooves
to
and
see
such.
if I
Yeah,
can find a groove
sure.
for a trapdoor.
Investigation check.
Nice stall.
15. 16.
16. Okay, so you managed to find the grooves, but it doesn't appear to be anything out of the ordinary. It seems to be just flagstone floor, and you just kind of find the outlines to that. But yes, it's strange that the footsteps seem to stop abruptly. In fact, one of them is half a foot.
Can I hold my torch up to the ceiling?
Yes. A few doves fly around.
But there's nothing up there.
Other pigeons. Other than that, it's empty.
So, is there something on a table?
Yes, there's an open letter.
I go up to the letter.
All right. Okay, good.
Are you reading?
Pick up that
Please.
obvious explanation.
Yeah.
Make an attack.
I was like, why is everyone like, there's a letter on a table?
Who needs
why am
that?
I, like, looking at the floor?
It reads in common.
I have that language.
Actually, you two, can you two make
It's got a board on it.
history checks for me,
Yeah.
admiring, because what catches your eye when you pull the torch up, as well as the doves, is there is a large tawny owl and a crow also in the dovecote.
12.
12.
4.
There's something unusual about these two animals and these two birds. You think they may be from some other land. You can't recall exactly, but a crow, you're like, yes, I've got to leave the crow
There's a
flies.
penguin in a stalk.
I've heard this.
Anyway, the letter reads, "My dearest Niccolo, I understand that the war with Rachir has raised tensions around Burikrin, but I'm surprised you feel your guards need retraining. That said, a man who held such a position as you will more than likely made a few enemies, so perhaps this is prudent. The gold you sent was too generous, but it is received with thanks. I will endeavour to give your troops a drilling that they will not forget. Do you require replacements in the meantime?
Giggity.
I can have a contingent of Rundar's finest at your door within the week. Regards, Exelon Not, Commander of the Republic Guard."
Exelon not.
Exelon Not. Not with a K and two T's.
And
It's
Exelon.
not with a K or
Exelon, as in Windows, Microsoft Excel, but without the C, and then on as in the opposite
Yeah.
of off.
Excel on. Yeah.
Excelon.
Excel
Excelsior.
Center.
I'm going to tell the guys that the footprints stop,
Microsoft
but
Excel.
I can't.
No,
they stop
Excel
abruptly and I
Center.
can't find any trapdoors. Can you see anything magical?
Sorry, Brundar was
Yes,
it?
you can!
Yes.
I was
Yes.
like, what?
Yes.
Rune die, yes. The
Runda.
capital.
Grenada.
Ding 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 ding. Okay, so you see a magical outline in this square about where he's looking, and it appears to emanate a double check which one it is. Transmutation magic coming from. It seems to be coming. There's an aura around the floor itself, but there's also from the torch in the column. There's one torch holder that is emanating transmutation magic as well.
I'll go up. We'll say, it's something to do with this, and I pull it. Or I try and twist, pull.
Yep,
see what it does.
and channeling your
Have to interact.
innate fey magical
If you
essence.
play with pay
As you do
respects.
so, you guys see on the floor this stone suddenly morphs. It becomes a lot smaller into a much smaller rock, and then disperses into thousands of tiny little Lego bricks.
We found the mini kit.
And now you can see with your torch that there is a staircase leading down. A spiral staircase.
Can we see the end of it?
You can't see it from here. It's a spiral, so you can't see the
Oh,
bottom.
sorry. Cool. I definitely
To adventure.
we
Spiral
need
out,
to go
baby.
get the others.
Are they not busy?
No. I think
No.
They were just securing the guards.
Sure.
Slash kicking it with Rudy,
Hey.
the best person.
I'll leave you to your investigation. I must find my charge and my ward. I'm gonna sprint off, looking down the other tracks.
Okay.
Yeah, you stay here and protect this. I'll be right back.
Sure.
All right. So when you gather the rest of your party at the entrance to this underground area, is there anything you want to do before
Have we
that?
been able to re-secure the werewolves?
Yes.
And have we managed to successfully tie up the bloke?
No, I'm standing on it.
Oh, you're standing on it.
Yeah.
Standing on him. Yeah.
Has anyone come to outside people or anything like that?
No additional people have turned up at this time. You can see you saw the guards, the rest of them leaving.
Those two people under the table. Should we tell them to leave?
Talk.
We should, what's the hurry, Mr. Seth? We should really be discussing what just occurred with these people. What are you so anxious to get through?
No, so the two people under the table. If we're leaving to go into the
Mr.
tunnel.
Excuse
Excuse me, tunnel? What? Oh, you told us about
we
that.
told
As as you start heading back,
Elephants don't forget.
you see the lilac tiefling just kind of poke around from elsewhere in the stable.
This is the one who was at the table but
Yeah.
just kind of went,
And-
I'm leaving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bounced out. So
Yeah.
is everything safe now? She looks kind of quite worried. Her hair, which was looking quite kempt, is now very much unkempt.
Yeah. I can't guarantee total safety, but if you're asking, is there a pack of werewolves raging around, then no, they've all been
Raving.
dispensed with. Yeah.
And
Steady on, Maurice.
I don't suppose you saw what happened to my partner, a dwarf.
Might have done.
Business partner, of course.
He did mention a dwarf.
Yes, he was
Oh.
one of the werewolves.
He's alive. He's the alive werewolf.
No.
I thought you said
They
You
don't
did
know
say
that.
that.
No, there's a halfling who's alive, but it's not a werewolf.
I thought it was his drug dealer.
Yeah.
No, the
So
drug
the
dealer is
two-
an elf.
So there were two werewolves that we spared.
Yes.
One is one half of my drugs connection.
Your posse.
My
Around
dealer.
like drug posse.
Yeah, my hooker. And the other is
You don't know.
right. Okay.
But they're human sized, so not a dwarf. You definitely killed a werewolf dwarf.
Yeah.
In fact, Howland did, I think.
Okay. Well, my response, my answer to the tiefling is, I'm not sure. To be honest with you, I can't make any guarantees about this person's safety. It was, well, it was a mess in there. I'm not going to lie to you.
If it's safe, if you don't mind, I'd like to just go make sure that he's amongst the dead or not.
Oh,
We need to report back to the Aelin either way. So.
well, as far as I'm concerned, you do whatever you like. I'm not in charge here.
Very good.
The events of the last few hours have demonstrated that
so the
conclusively.
So the position of leader is vacant. Excellent. And she strides forward and heads inside. So you then enter together.
Yeah.
So you two can then enter together with the rest of the
Attention
party
to
there.
detail.
Okay, so what did you want to get out of your charge? Kajira, what do you want to get out of your captive?
I just want to. Who are you working for? Basically, I take my foot off of him,
work for?
and I stand him up, but I keep hold of him. Yeah, like by this, just like.
It was a transmission!
What are you
Diplomatic mission! Diplomatic mission!
This is a consularship, and where is the ambassador? I love someone pointed out recently that like.
Anyway.
I'm so sorry. Derailed your moment there.
Yeah. So, who are you working for?
I don't know!
I'm not squeezing his throat.
We're just giving gold! Diplomatic mission!
What was your mission? What was your mission?
Talk to bar the doors! Not let anyone out!
When? What was your signal?
The wine! And the moon! And the curtains are released!
Who paid you?
Who gave you the instruction there, sir?
Are you yelling over from the
Yeah.
werewolf
A
chair?
bit of thaumaturgy on this, you know.
It was
Just go.
someone called Fang. And that's where we're gonna pick up next time, ladies and gentlemen. So that will be in 2 weeks' time. We'll have the next session, which will hopefully wrap up this entire section. It's okay if you can't make it in 2 weeks, Midge, because I can roleplay if you can't make it. If you can, great. So we can wrap up Howland properly, because there's still a little bit more to go of this particular storyline. But please join us next week. For on Monday for our first ever one shot on the channel, which will be led by the enigmatic James over here.
Featured in
so you'll be over here and I'll be over there.
Yeah. Featured in the Discord chat mention of an AC of 29. So tune in to see that bullshit unfold.
It's true.
So pleased.
Wrong answer.
So yeah, look forward to that, and I'll be back. I think I'll be back on Friday. Let me double check my calendar there. Am I back on Friday? I am back on Friday to do another campaign diary. So I'll be talking about what happened in this session and the last one. Essentially, what's been going on with the ball behind the scenes.
Brush up on your Slavic accent.
Okay. For reasons.
Roleplay Kujira.
Roleplay Kujira.
Make soundboard.
It's very nice.
Right,
Oh god.
yes, I'll be sure to do my homework before the next session. So join us for that, and we'll see you next time. Thank you all for watching.
Bye.
Stay safe. Goodbye.